And with that, my friends, we return back to the likes of the Auroraverse once more. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and today we have the likes of Secrets in the Sands. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome and epic time, as per usual, and more. Not really many announcements today, besides that. Yeah, if you guys missed Shroomapalooza yesterday, then basically go check out that. The VOD should be over on YouTube and more. It is broken into two parts because there was a little bit of issues with the stream during the stream. It just kind of bugged out a little bit. So you may want to check it out if you ever get the chance, but make sure to like the video over on YouTube if you're watching it over there. Be sure to follow the stream if you're new. And yeah, that's all I got. So let's get straight into the game. Right,
Speak sign language, Raven.
Yo.
She's already sending a hitman out.
Oh man, Raven's got like the classic DM pose. I saw her with like the little, like this little thing right here.
He's practicing.
It's cool.
Oh yeah, like definitely plotting. All right.
Yeah, she doesn't like my color, so she wants to murder me.
I see. I see.
I'm looking at the campaign, like splash screen, and just like under lore drop is fucking Jade's picture for some reason.
Oh yeah, I had that. I put that there. It should be gone. It's gone on my end, but if not, yeah, I just had that as a little reminder. Yesterday I was like, oh shit, yeah, get Jade's art as a token, and I was like, here, I'll drop it here so I can't forget, and I didn't forget.
Nice.
Nice.
Good
We got
job.
it. We try our best. All right, everybody. Also, Pete, your character sheet for Navro should be fixed now. I was able to figure out what the issue was. It was just like literally uninstalling a module and then reinstalling it, so it should be good now. And if anybody else was having those issues, I don't know if Ducky was having an issue with that. Were you having the thing where it was like NAN, or was it only Navro?
No, it was me too.
It was you too? Okay, yeah, it should be fixed as well. So yeah, you guys are good to go. Let me just make sure. And if not, then I'll just re-import your character sheet. But yep, we're good to go. All right, everybody, let's do this. First things first. Oh, if you haven't done so, make sure to turn down Bardbot, the Third Coming. It is a new thing because, you know, yeah, they are barreling through these Bardbots, let me tell you. Oh, God. Well, we got one to work for now. All right, let's do this. So, if I can have each and every one of you gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. Gather around for the tale of these survivors, for this, my friends, is the fable of a looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. This is the infamous tale of the secrets and the sands, and the legendary tale, the Soulbound. Previously, on Secrets in the Sands, our heroes will reconvene after a hard-fought battle against the corrupted night creatures of Voden. After slaying each and every one of them, the kindred spirits begin to harvest their materials and craft magical items out of their bodies. A gruesome process, but a necessary one for their survival. Afterwards, the heroes would finish listening to the Red Triangle's messages and would be understood that strange things, as always, were happening with the sages. But perhaps there was more to the Red Triangle than people may have thought. Specifically, more in the past regarding it in the previous Soulbound. With theories discussed, ultimately the heroes' bodies were racked with pain and exhaustion, and they'd take the time necessary to rest for several hours. As discussions were had and preparations were made to leave to go find Karas and save them before it was too late, the reborn wizard Navro would thirst for knowledge with a new spell. A spell that could seek that of legendary lore and reveal it to them. However, as it was revealed to them, all of its consequences were as well. Spirits across the land would rip themselves free from the veil and pull Navro in. Ilva would rush in after Navro, but she'd be stalked by the other kindred spirits. And with that, Navro's body would be lost, as Creelan would kill him before he was fully corrupted by the spirits. However, what remains of his body, what remains of his soul, remains with him on whether he is truly dead or not. We look forth, seek these answers, and we also seek to find Karas, and wonder whether they will be alive, dead, or defeated, or even worse, by the time the kindred spirits get to him. We'll have to find this out all and more in session 32 of Secrets in the Sands. For that, my friends, let's do this. I'm gonna swap maps for you all, and we're gonna do what I mentioned a little bit before the stream. All right, so let's activate this. Let's swap on over to this. Okay. So, as this is sort of going on, we look over and immediately, as you all rush over towards the likes of either Navra or towards one another, you see as the veil begins to eventually close. With that, time stops. It freezes entirely, holding each and every one of you in place. As it begins to do so, you look over and you see as the Keeper of the Realm, Keeper Camino, begins to look over. And as they do, they look around and about with their new sort of attire and staff. As they begin to twist it, they begin to slam it down onto the ground for a moment. You see as bits and pieces of time, fragments of space, begin to resume for a moment. You'll see as Keeper Camino begins to look over towards you all, specifically the likes of Zale, and then towards Kreelan. As they do, they look towards the situation, and they begin to sigh, before they begin to say, Zale, Kreelan, though I know that this is probably rough, or you may be confused. If you still wish to return to this land that you requested, can only be here now or never. You must go now, and I will return you back to this point in time. Nothing will have passed while you are gone, at least in this area. But if you are going, come with me. If not, remain here. We'll look over towards you both, Kreelan and Zale.
He's just gonna silently walk over, not really actually having anything to say for once.
His Keeper Camino nods towards you, and then they look over towards Kreelan. Although Showcase obviously isn't here, because they're still deaf and such, Kreelan will almost follow suit, and they'll look over as they look towards this bloodied scimitar, before they flick the blood off, sheath it. They solemnly and silently walk in to the likes of Keeper Camino's cloak. As the two individuals begin to head into the astral realm, heading towards the Keeper's sect, heading towards the likes of the valley for a moment. Time begins to pass, for several hours even, before eventually, time begins to resume. A crack, a tear, a break in reality once more. And as this begins to happen, you look over and eventually, you all don't necessarily reside in your original location. You look over, you seem to be placed over here with Keeper Camino, but they are not alone. You see as eventually they unfurl the astral cloak several hours later. Zale and Kreelan, you begin to form out of it. But, looking over behind you, you see the likes of Keeper Raya and Keeper Cass. Though most of you do not know the other two, you do recognize them as Keepers of the Realm. That is certain. That being said, I look over towards you, Zale, and Kreelan, just in your general location, but also at the same time, keep in mind, all of you are active. You guys can see and hear this sort of playing out. So, just so you're aware. Look down and say, I hope that you enjoyed your time. Please be safe while you return. Oh, goodness.
Zale's just going to do a telepathic message to Camino. Is he coming back?
You'll see as Keeper Camino begins to sigh. I am uncertain exactly how this happened, why it happened, and what will happen now. But at the most, we can try like we did before. I brought my brother and sister here, Keeper Cass and Keeper Raya. They will assist, but it is not guaranteed. That is for sure.
Nothing is. Now do it.
Very much, or very well. See, as they begin to start channeling forth all the sort of energy amongst their cloaks and amongst their hands, you'll see as Keeper Camino begins to slam the staff down, as if almost like a galaxy of stars begins to form. You've seen actually a similar sort of thing whenever Sirius sort of uses the likes of their star power and more. As it begins to start forming for a moment, though, you see his Keeper Cass begins to slowly enlarge the likes of a portal for a moment, making sure that it is contained or not ripped to somewhere else that they do not intend. Keeper Rye begins to look over towards it, examining all of it and waiting for the perfect moment to strike, to sever it open, to allow for anything to come in, and anything else that is not welcome, stay out. As they begin to do so, you'll see as Keeper Raya begins to look over towards Uzale and Kreelan and say, I suggest that you stand back, please. Fair enough. Kreelan will just sort of flap their wings on over there. Fun. With that, you'll see as Keeper Raya begins to look over, waiting for the signal before Camino says, now, do it! Before shink, she draws out one of her blades and slices through one of the rifts. You'll see as it begins to grow unstable for a moment, all the astral energy getting ready to disperse itself in multiple differing ways. And as it does so, a miniature explosion begins to occur before all the astral energy begins to slowly collect itself, slowly conjoin, and it forms disfigured shape for a moment, a humanoid, or begins to manifest and stabilize, returning to that of normal. The aura around them is weird, it's strange, but look over, you see Wizard Navro begin to appear. Looking at their form, it doesn't seem different. Seems almost exactly how it was several moments beforehand. These all the keepers are trying to sort of take deep breaths to get a hold of themselves after an extraneous task. But what are all you saying or doing?
He's back.
What has happened?
Ask the man that returned.
Ask my friends that have left for bottom moments.
Well, that's the fun part. I don't exactly know how he's here. I do know that he is.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead.
Keeper Cass will begin to speak, the Keeper of the Taiga, and they'll say, unsettling as it is, even we do not know. Their soul simply vanished from our records and more, and it reappeared several moments afterwards. It was almost as if they were blanking even from our memory. And even those who suffer the fate of, the starry ones, rather. We still remember them for the most part, but this one, we did not for a moment. Regardless, they are here. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Navro gives a tender wave, looking at everybody. Single sad eye before what the keepers are saying kind of takes attention for a second. Am I the first that's happened to?
I'll see as they look over towards you. As far as we are aware, Farai will speak. You are.
Then the answers I gained and what I saw might not even be your. I apologize for trouble.
You'll see as Keeper Camino begins to speak and say, not necessarily accepting the apology, but more so just looking at you and saying, this is ever strange, but at least you are safe and secure now. I recommend, as stranger magics are my specialty, it is probably best that you stray away from things of that nature in the future. If we are even unsure of all this sort of stuff, then we are unsure of what ramifications it will have.
You don't know what I saw. You don't have to say that. I completely agree.
See, as Keeper Cass will then nod. Very well then. We'll keep eyes on the area for now, but we must continue off. We're needed elsewhere. Look over towards the likes of the kindred spirits. Is there anything you guys are saying to the keepers before they leave?
I think you're forgetting one.
Oh, there we go. For some reason, I thought Misery's already on this map. God damn it. How could I? I'm sorry, Matt. There we go. You'll see as Keeper or Keeper Camino will be like, oh shit! My bad. Sorry, still getting used to this shit. Keeper Ryan and Keeper Cass will look over at them like, oh my. Oh, shut up, Raya. You don't even have to work. I still at least make sure I do my job. Yeah. You'll eventually see as eventually they will summon the likes of Misery onto the fold. Hey, yeah, sorry about that. God, it's been a long day, long couple fucking days. I am so sorry.
Misery's probably going to immediately be kneeling down and sort of rubbing her temples, trying to unsummon all the whispers in her head that are taking place. And she's going to blink and look up at each of the look up at them and say, "I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say?"
TLDR, I fucked up and I'm sorry for it, and hopefully that it won't happen again.
She's gonna look between all three of the keepers and then kind of glance over to Navro, and sort of like narrow her eyes a little bit, in sort of like an exchange with Navro that sort of subtly says like, for interplanar beings, these are kind of awkward characters. And she's gonna look back to the keepers and she's just gonna say, well, I might forgive you in due time. You are dismissed.
I'll look over at you. They're like, who the fuck are you? They'll look down for a moment and eventually, Cuber Camino will begin to say, "Sure, whatever you say. But remember, before you think again about addressing us with such lack of respect, remember we choose whether you get to complete your task or not, and whether you are brought here, whether you either stay in the realm or you return. I trust that you will think of this when you choose your words next time."
I really do apologize. I guess I thought I was detecting sass in the air, and I thought I would partake in. I do sincerely apologize.
Very well, apology accepted. But it's been a strenuous couple of days. Everyone's all on edge. But we are losing time here. Brothers, sister, please, let us leave. As they nod, Keeper Rye will begin to cut a rift into the veil for a moment, and she will step through, allowing her brothers to follow.
Well, I was floating in a dark cloud, but I have some news. First and foremost, as she looks around at everyone, it's like, I thought I sensed some distress. What happened?
He wants to give the rundown. I told not it, by the way. I don't want
I
to.
would think the person that has cast such a dangerous spell apparently would probably be the one to explain such things.
I'll keep it short, as we have much to do and long to travel. I don't know if you're aware of the spells Shadowkai, but there are spells that allow you to access the weave and attain its knowledge. I dug too deep, and I was nearly forgotten. The group took care of it, and I saw things. I returned with the knowledge, and to make a story that I cannot say short, I can act upon it, but I cannot share. I did. So, however, and that's what mattered.
How mysterious. How ominous.
I sincerely wish I could answer any question you have, but it would mean certain death.
But I have a question. What did you ask? What did you seek?
There are 5 steps required to destroy the starry. 4th one requires that we redeem a betrayer. No one in all our time knew who that was. And I asked who it was, and I now know.
You know what? Good enough for me. Don't want to inquire more after what just happened. Let's not inquire more, actually. That's a great idea, right? Yes, great. Lovely.
I truly wish I could say, but...
No, don't
Yeah.
be sorry. Don't be sorry.
I've already stalled us enough. Should we move, or...
Again, this all sounds very, very mysterious. Hopefully it becomes to some value in the future. But I have a little bit of secrets to reveal to the rest of you. I've been having conversations in my head. As strange as that sounds.
No, that's pretty normal.
Yeah,
It
it
is
really
pretty
doesn't sound
normal.
very strange.
Shockingly normal and voting.
She's about to open her mouth to defend herself, and then she's like paused by everybody's like complete consensus on that voices in our head is a normal thing.
What we would like
She's
to know
like-
is what voices are in your head.
I got one.
I have names. There's a Cora, an Olaf.
There she is! Jesus Christ! I knew it!
Who is that?
We
wanna
seem
see.
to have a little bit of a squabble.
You what?
Is this because of your markings?
This whole thing started the moment the markings appeared. So yes, I believe the markings have something to do with it. When you're talking about markings, are you talking about the crudely drawn purple square tattoo, or are you talking about these? And she is going to reveal her hand.
Easy enough. You see the Ouroboros on both of Misery's hands.
It does seem to be some sort of transfer of power. Or as Phoebe here has gained, or has been given the purple square.
Yikes.
But I think these are conversations that we can have while moving. But to address, please, Misery.
Oh, well, if we're moving in a particular direction, I should inform you that certain entities that have made a compact with myself over my own motives being here in Voden have suggested, rather implied, that we should be looking for a certain individual. If that individual is in the near region, if this individual has not already been found.
Can you share the name without mostly spirits flying about or whisking us away in time and space stopping?
I don't know.
What's
Can you
To
give
be
us a
honest
let-
with you.
What's
give
the
us a
first
letter?
letter? What's the
What's
first
the
Alright,
letter?
listen, I have been witnessing since the very beginning of this whole thing the strange and unexplained from cosmic forces that I do not even understand.
We don't either.
As far as I even utter the first letter of the
Nah.
name,
Yeah.
I could be whisked away.
Uh-huh.
I could be in Navro's place just moments ago.
Mhm.
So before we move on, because every time we seem to have get some sort of knowledge or even know a name, do we want to just forget about it and move on?
It's not a forgetting thing.
Well,
I hate to do that.
who shared it with you?
Was it the voices in your head?
Look at my tattoos.
Okay.
Look at the markings.
Yeah.
I don't see a comparison. What is this comparison?
Misery is gonna roll her eyes. She's gonna get sort of tired of trying to like
Charade this.
Just
tired-
say the
tired of
words.
charade.
You have
And
voice. You have a
she's just
voice.
gonna say like, in terms of the first letter of the name of the person that we are to find. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's childish. What do pirates typically say?
What is a pirate?
And she's gonna look up in the sky, just very cautiously, like, "Oh, was that too much?"
Nothing happens.
Sensei, we heard Dendar's name before, right?
Yeah, you know it because Phoebe explained it before.
Wait, what?
Dendar? Yarhar?
And she's gonna give a look over at you, and she's going to like stare at you for a few moments, and she's gonna be like, "Well, you didn't go magically poof, so Dendar the snake,
The
yes,
worst serpent.
had apparently is that what he's called? Okay, I just referred to him as the snake.
Oh.
Well, he had made a bit of an accord with me over certain motivations that I have here. Since you did not float up into the air and blow up into a million pieces, I'm going to assume that it is also right for me to say that a particular name of somebody of the first letter R, and she's gonna look up cautiously. And
You just
like,
hear,
she's gonna be
in your head. That's it, but nothing else. Doesn't seem hostile. Just seems like you've heard this enough. Nothing.
Again, I don't think
you want me to say the whole name. Okay,
Yes,
well,
yes, please.
I've inched this far. I've inched this far on the edge of this cliff. So, Rashid.
Make your highest not fucking with you.
God
I am drawing what they call blanks. I don't understand.
Congratulations, you didn't explode. Good job.
She's going to bow sarcastically.
You know Rashid. Or you know of Rashid.
I was informed of a particular Rashid, some
Who?
connection to the snake. We are supposed to find this individual, either us
Why?
or another group, wherever Rashid might possibly be. Could be in this area, could be none of our business whatsoever. Somebody else might be able to find them before we do.
But-
It has been vaguely alluded to me that it has something to do with our ultimate survival here in Voden and
Of course.
potential exodus
Of course.
if it is to succeed.
Ooh, who is Rashid? What other terrible calamity will befall us if we don't find this person?
Can they come to us?
Rashid who? Why does no one have a last name around here? What is going
I
on?
have
I don't even
last
care about the
name.
last name. I
Actually-
just want to know what did they want.
Oh.
Who is this person?
You actually do know their last name. I'm not mistaken.
If I know correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've been told by Dendar themselves, Rashid is the chosen of Dendar.
That poor man.
Unfortunately,
That seemed to have been
maybe.
implied. Yes.
Is he that
And-
bad?
I don't know. I'm just
Alright.
gonna assume it's bad.
I've
I'm-
met with Dendar a few times to find stuff about myself.
What's he like?
And Dendar,
Uh-huh.
give him an inch and he'll take a mile.
I
But
don't know.
apparently, Rashid wants to find me because I'm quirky. I don't know. I'm intriguing to him, apparently.
Okay.
That seems to fall directly into the canon that this whole thing is a game. Well,
What? Uh-huh.
as far as I'm concerned, this thing is all fun and play by beings more powerful than us. That is my version of events here in Voden. But to your point, why do you believe that there's some sort of intrigue? Is there anything in particular? I'm not saying there isn't anything special about you. I'm just saying what in particular.
Oh, Pete, had to do something for 2 seconds. There you go.
What was just said? I had to go for a second.
Oh, so I'm not suggesting that you aren't special. I'm just suggesting, more asking, why do you think? What makes you so special in this case?
You are from the universe of Aurora, correct? The Shadowfell of this universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not from this unit. I was torn from them. That's why, over a year and a half of travel, and I've spoken with the gods of knowledge, and they know nothing about me. I have no memory, nothing. I've had to go to even the lows of Dendar to find my past, and apparently Rashid might have an inkling. That's all I know.
Knowledge quest. Well, it seems there are two of us that have motivations to find this Rashid. She's going to look over to everybody else, and she is going to kind of look over them. She's going to say, does the name Rashid ring a bell to any of you? Anything that you particularly need to accomplish?
Not one bell.
Nah.
Not at all.
The bells are still tonight.
That's a lie. Zale and Creelan, that is 100% a lie. You literally
It
heard,
is?
yeah, you heard Gore scream that name like 14 times.
I mean, you're right.
Dude, that's like hearing
Yeah.
Jennifer's. That's like being hearing the name Jennifer scream in the bar. It's like, oh, I know Jennifer now.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
no. It's even worse because it was Rashid's House of Greed. Come on forth to Rashid's House of Greed to gamble your lives away. Blah, 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 blah. You know, typical
I
Gore.
forgot about that.
Makes sense. Canon? Question mark? Already high and drunk, you know?
I'm not
Crossfade as fuck.
drunk. Maybe.
Half a
Sunday
question.
morning vibes.
Are we still affected right now, or did we come through the
Yes,
portal?
100%. It was only like, now granted, at most you have like, what, an hour or two of like reprieve after that. Just like, you know, I'll give you like a little bit of a sort of thing. I'm not going to give you like any mechanical disadvantages. I'll just more so leave it up to roleplay rather than anything. I don't want to hinder you guys like that. But yeah, you guys are still under the effects of it for sure. Especially those who indulged a little more than others.
You don't need to silently call us out.
They know who they are.
A lot of those effects only lasted an hour. Come on.
Yeah. Oh man, so it's more of just RP if anything. If you want to RP the after effects, then yeah, I'm fine with that. Doesn't matter. But yeah.
Zos just snap his fingers. Oh, I heard the name before. From yesterday. Well, no, not yesterday. Actually, it was like 1, 2. I don't know time right now. I heard the name. He was named after a tavern.
What? Wait a moment.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we're collecting the data.
Sure.
The world serpent,
Yeah.
a powerful being of such calculus and manipulation, as it seems,
Okay.
is having us search
Yeah.
for someone in a tavern.
But I didn't. No, no. He's named after the tavern, like Rashid's Tavern of Greed or something.
Certain
don't-
people are more wise in. 1 second.
We're walking while talking, right? I am assuming.
I
If
would
you
hope
guys
so.
want
There's
to.
a lot
Yeah,
of you kind of like
yeah,
across the
yeah.
field.
I
You can do that.
wanted to. Yeah.
That was fun.
Where are we walking? We are like in the
We're
midst
going
of...
due east so I can find my boy.
All right,
Yeah.
we're doing the
will-
Jesus walk across water.
I'm assuming we're like
Yeah.
it's like we're all on Finnegan's
Finnegan
and
Squawk or
while
flying
we're
around because you
flying.
guys got the little bat wings and shit. Yeah, you guys are fine. Between like you guys have the means of like being able to fly
Mass
wherever you want.
flight.
Yeah. So I assume like you guys are flying up the waterfall and getting ready to head past or like over the cliffside and heading in the general direction. I will change maps when you know, basically when I see fit and all that stuff. But yeah, you guys are walking and talking.
That's incredibly strange to me.
Sage
and
whispers,
this,
sage
this
whispers,
waterfall
sage
is
whispers.
very loud.
Matt stays whispers. because like this can be. I guess we can have this conversation while like flying and like we're being in close proximity. We're not bumping. We're not bumping wings. We're just kind of like in close proximity. Zale can like telepathically do whatever the fuck to send a message.
Squawk and Finnegan are like shoulder to shoulder, and we're just like sitting on the collective two backs.
Oh my
Yes.
god. It's like a picnic table.
So I guess in the meantime,
I did
I
hear
get.
the name. Yes.
But actually, before that, can I just get a ping on Karas's location to see if he's either moving or in a still location?
All right. Oh, yeah, because you were going to do that anyway, so let's actually hit this up now. This is important. Okay. Sirius, as you begin to activate the legs of your mark, you begin to watch as the marks begin to swirl past your arms and more. Your eyes glow blue, and you are elevated upwards with an eagle eye's sight. Look around for a bit before eventually you see a sort of outline of a figure and more. Focus onto them as they're in the likes of the expanse, and as you do, you'll see as just sort of circling around them for a moment. They seem to be gathered around with a bunch of individuals. It seems to be that there are dinosaurs about watching the area, multiple individuals with darker cloaks surrounding about. Perception check as well. 14. It's kind of harder to see, but you see also a darker skinned individual who seems to have these sort of golden horns about them, or about their form. Also a couple of more golden piercings going across and through their nose. They are dressed in very, very fine clothing, almost noble-esque.
Oh.
Looking at them, you see as they're watching over with a bunch of these armed individuals. They seem to have Karas, several other people on their knees with weapons drawn towards them.
Yikes.
And
But where is that?
where is it? Yeah, I'm Sirius wouldn't know the location. I'm gonna always assume that you're gonna be headed towards it. But if you're looking at general like area, what's the sort of surrounding layout? Make one final perception check. This is a big one.
Really want to know like exactly where he is and how like what's the distance between us and him.
Gotcha. Distance, I can tell you easily. You got about I want to say an hour and a half at the fastest. Probably, yeah, about an hour and a half or so.
It's not too bad, honestly.
Not too bad. Now, the good news is they don't seem... Well, you can always try to send a message to them to see exactly the situation, but they don't seem to be as if, like, they are killing people left and right this second. It's not like you look over and just shink, someone's fallen over dead. That is not the case. But they do have weapons drawn towards their necks, and they seem to be willing to kill all of them. The last sort of thing, so that's the exact location. Now, the general surrounding layout with the 12, you would see as... Well, let me help you out a little bit. Also, you did get inspiration from chat as well.
Yes, I do have feelings. Take that into account, please.
What?
Okay. Looking about, there seems to be a massive sort of it seems, oh god, for lack of a better term, it seems like almost massive giant dinosaur bones that are so big they're pretty much able to be used as a walking sort of platform and structure. The face of the creature, it doesn't really seem like any dinosaur that you've maybe seen or heard of in Tahiri. It seems more of like a watery beast rather, as the bones are, this thing is long decayed and dead, but the bones themselves are kind of leading into a pool of water before it. Past that, what you'd also see is that there is a couple of sort of stony-esque marble ruins that have been completely destroyed either by either fighting from long ago or just deterioration just over time. Past that, they seem to be in a. Actually, yeah, you probably wouldn't get this part with 12. But that's the general location that you'd be able to see to be able to spot them from afar. Like outside of the blue swirl.
So, surrounded, knife point, ruins, more than one person?
More than one person, multiple dinosaurs. Some are flying, some are on the ground. The last sort of thing is you would see a. Oh yeah, with the 12, the only thing that you would probably see is there is a larger shadow going about and moving about the area, and with each sort of step they take, it's a loud thud. But that's it. That's all I can give you with the 12.
But more than one person being held at hostage, or is it just Karas?
More than one person being held hostage, and there are more than one person keeping everybody hostage.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I thought I'd continue on.
All right, that's what you would basically see. Now, also, last sort of thing for context, it would be nighttime at this moment. Map is gonna look like daytime, just so you guys can actually like see stuff as players, but it is nighttime for context.
That makes our jobs easier. Where were we?
Conversations being had, Rashid being flamed on again.
Dendar specifically.
Okay.
Information regarding Dendar, or like general information, I think.
Uh-huh. Well, it's...
Yes,
Oh.
just the stuff that I have basically disclosed in character spanned over the time of us traveling.
And as this is happening, Sale's gonna just go over to Misery and like, congrats on not dying. Here, take this, and he'll give her the cloak of the bat. I figured that you'd like it.
She's gonna take the cloak. And what does this cloak look like?
Goth.
A cowl. With a cowl with a head of a bat.
And just to make sure, this is the, because there's two, it's like Wings of Flying or the Bat Wings.
It's the cloak of the bat.
Cloak of the Bat, gotcha.
The thing that you gave me to give to her.
Gotcha. So, you would see as you have a Cloak of the Bat, it literally looks exactly how Animus described.
She blinks and she starts analyzing it.
It's not gonna kill you.
What? She's a little speechless for a moment. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
Dies.
This was the nicest thing.
Dies from kindness.
We're gonna figure out what her
Bro,
actual
what is
reaction
what is with this campaign and Zale giving things to people like, what? You gave me thing?
A fucking pen! Oh my god!
Also, I dropped the ball and I'm in the middle of updating my character to level 9. So sorry.
Ah, gotcha. You're all good.
Where did Misery? Okay, hold on a sec.
Let me know when you're done with that at some point, and then I'll just update you.
All right, wisdom saving throw here.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Okay, well, since the wisdom saving throw is essentially that is, oh, okay, so I know how this is gonna go. She's also gonna therefore roll a deception. She's going to say, well, this is a well-made piece of garb. You thought of me to wear
Yes.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not thrilled about the bat face. But I understand what it is you're trying to do, make me feel at home and all of that. I do sincerely understand. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I will happily wear it and bear it for the rest of you. I don't know if anybody has a natural like insight above 13.
Zale's
Yeah,
gonna
should be
squint
serious
his
and over.
eyes.
And
Just
Creelan.
squint his eyes.
All right,
Okay.
anybody above?
Sirius has a natural insight of 15.
So the wisdom saving throw was sort of like, can she keep composure? And then the deception is, can she hide the fact that she's actually kind of tearing up in her eyes a little bit? And she is expertly executing this in a very knightly, very renowned and orderly way. Very temperamental, but also very smug. But it's sort of like that meme of like the normal mask and the person
my
crying
God.
behind it. It's sort of like anybody who has a natural insight above 13 will subtly and privately understand that this exchange has like completely hit them in the feels, and they are being misery, and they're doing the best they can to just kind of like glance it off and be smug. But oh, happy you thought of her. She was so worried that nobody would like her.
Oh my God.
So just this little glimpse of actual humanity. And short-lived. And she's gonna like just tap the bottom part of her eyelid a little bit as if she had like a little itch, but it really is to like get rid of the very little bit of moisture. And she's like, well, since this sentiment is now behind us, I believe we have work to proceed. Wait a second.
What?
She's gonna look around herself. For a moment, we were in a hostage situation, almost, or we were in a situation that seemed a little dicey at first. Where are we right now as a party?
You guys are. Hold on 1 second. There's Creelan. You guys are flying. You guys are made it past the likes of the cliffside, and again, you're just flying through the likes of the desert on the upper elevated sort of portion of Voden. So again, you're just flying in the air right now.
All right. We saw the individual on our way up.
Which individual?
Correct. You were talking about a golden horn.
No, that's only Sirius.
Oh, that was only Sirius. Okay.
Yeah, it was through his mark and his little vision and all that stuff.
Oh, gotcha. That was all right. Okay. So, she's gonna put the cloak on, and she's gonna just, play with the material and just be like, this is a nice cloak.
Easy.
It does look lovely on you. I noticed there was a bit of something in your eye there. You might have to turn away from the wind. Navro has a passive insight of 14. He fucking saw that.
I do not turn away from the wind. I am a knight of the Raven Queen.
Well,
Okay.
If I were to turn away from the wind, then I would not be a knight of the... I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't either.
I see. Knights of the Shadowfell do love then to have bugs fly into their mouths. Intriguing.
Oh, this is sort of all going on.
I mean, out of character, that would be, looking at the what this cloak does. I feel like a very special joke would be in order concerning the topic, but I still don't. My character still doesn't know what the cloak actually does yet.
Do you want me? I know what it does in character, right, Sensei?
Yeah.
Here, yeah, I'm gonna just
I
put the
will
description in the
explain
chat.
that, but I'm not
Would you?
going to explain that in character because I'm too lazy.
Oh, also
You'll see it in
question. Question. And did Sirius explain like the vision that they saw to pretty much everybody?
Yeah, pretty much. Like on the way there, while they were still talking, everyone kind of that awkward silence moment, just like, oh, by the way, and
Oh
just
my-
goes to shut.
Oh, by the way,
So
we're
we
entering a
have-
hostage situation.
So we have another hostage situation that we can't just go blasting into.
So I would probably recommend with the cover of night, we might either stealth or to become more stealthy and like assess the situation that's happening. It would, so we can
Hate
just
that.
don't go inside and
I hope
blast
they
people.
have a Mako in their group because that would make this a lot easier.
Wait, does that always happen? Is there always like a shock with them? They might have.
I didn't mean that literally. I meant like a really powerful individual with them that just somehow breaks free and helps us.
There is confirmed one. I
What
would hope.
is enough?
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
how are we
hoping.
gonna handle this? I have a very bad idea. If you want,
Does
me
it
to do
involve diplomacy?
You want it to involve diplomacy?
I would think like, are we still under the mindset of this situation particularly? If we would like to discuss things before.
I mean, how nice can we be to people who have weapons to other people's throats?
You don't be
Good point.
nice.
Thanks, Creeper.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So what you want me to threaten them? You want me to blow them up? I'm not opposed to blowing them up.
Could we somehow
Yes.
distract them and
Distract.
have them go?
You want a show? You want a show? Is that what I'm hearing?
Are you able to provide such a show?
I feel very hurt right now that you think I
was only asking to see if you wanted to actually do that.
Yes, I will do it.
What
kind? What kind do you want? What
One
kind
that
of
will
distraction?
gather all the opposing hostile creatures away from the hostages.
That's nice. Follow-up question: what's gonna happen to me when I do that?
That's what I want to really know about this. Are you just becoming a target? Are you?
Well,
it's bait.
It could be bait.
So
would
you'll
not-
fight to the
yeah.
death, yes?
What?
You'll just fight to the death, yes?
Against how many people?
There's a lot.
How
quite
many?
a-
Like, is there a number?
Okay, Sirius gives an exact number of the creatures that he saw in his vision.
And what is that?
Oh, yeah. Oh boy. So I was trying to give you that with the perception check. That was the 12 just was too low for it.
Okay, so what if for
It's
how
just
many
a
that he
lot.
actually saw?
You do
Okay.
know that you are outnumbered at least for sure.
So I saw inserted number here. That many people.
I'm one person. Well, hold on. Let me count.
Why are you counting?
I can do some things. How do you feel about demonic ritual summoning?
So. Wait, no. Wait.
I too am interested.
Hey, well, please wait. What sort of creatures are you summoning? Like the ones before?
No, they'll be smaller. Also, I can't really control what they are. Oops.
Oh, last thing, Sirius and Ilva, and yeah, also Creelan, because Creelan, you like to scout ahead. Both of you make perception checks, or all three of you.
So it's not off the table, is what I'm hearing.
Thank
How do
you.
you know it was on the table?
Well, now it is.
I'll let you guys know what you see, if anything pops up.
So,
So I would like to have details
Yes.
about what sort of creatures you'll be bringing.
demons.
What's kind? I've heard things that there are many, very wide variety of such demonic creatures.
You really think I know all the demons by name? I
You
don't.
don't?
No. Do you?
Am
Do
I?
you?
Well, there's imps. There's
Imps are actually fiends or devils.
Yeah. That is true. That's true.
I mean,
That's fucked up, Max. That's fucked up.
No, he would know that in character. My bad.
Kind of cringe.
said-
Not gonna lie. No, I'm kidding.
You're correct.
But just you'd know a couple of things like from Balgoras to Shadow Demons to like I Sensei don't know like a bunch of them off the top of my head. Like by name, I know what they look like, just not by name. But yeah, you can list out a couple.
I don't know the smaller ones. I know the big ones.
Yeah.
There's maw demons. There's chickens. Like abyssal chicken. Ooh, you're nodding your head really quickly. There's chickens. There's something probably really awful and really disturbing that it probably exists.
Okay,
Think of something sad and scary at the same time. That's a demon. You're giving me a look. Why are you giving me a look?
It's really quite an interesting description of the demonic nature of creatures.
Well, yeah. Demons are ugly. Devils are pretty.
Was there any other ideas that are going to be brought up before demons?
You don't like my idea, do you?
I'm not saying I don't like it. I just want to see all of our options right now.
Ova, I will DM you something.
Got it.
I can summon a big demon.
There's the option of stealth. There's the option of a blitz strike. There's the option of long range attack, if anyone's capable of that. There's the option of just walking in and killing those who cross our path until we reached our person of interest.
I will say that an upfront assault, at least on my end, will not be good. I was sort of damaged in my time away, and you've seen before most of the time that Navro casts prestidigitation by just snapping his fingers at whatever he's casting at, and he just kind of snaps it a few times. Nothing comes out. I'm unable to cast spells until... I'm not sure. I'm simply a frail man until then.
White.
I would favor diplomacy in this case, or a non-frontal assault.
Well, if it's diplomacy, you can leave it to me. I have my way with words.
I have yet to ask, but Navro, of your martial skills,
Oh no.
where do they stand?
Oh no.
Well, Zale, you saw them, and it's
Freeland, you were there. You watched.
it consisted of me throwing sand at him, using a blunt object on him,
Which we missed both times.
and then me nearly getting my shit kicked in.
That's
So that
I have
wasn't
not.
just for show. Understood.
Matt,
I can
Matt,
work a crossbow
Matt.
because some of my proficiencies.
Don't worry, I had some troubles against our bear friend. Let's continue.
But you still have your cleverness and your intellect. Those
Yes.
just
I have insights and I have my mind, but when my mind is, well, leaking out of my ears from a mace, it's not that good.
Which is why you'll be very far in the back.
Of course.
Besides, look at your friendly face. Who would ever dare to hurt you?
cue at that moment cue in like the hyper realistic detail on Navro's face, right?
It's making like a SpongeBob, like,
Yeah.
Sure. I've been able to talk my way out of a lot of situations, but magic is always good to fall back on.
But that's why you'll have me.
Yes. So do we have a distraction or some sort of diplomacy, or we can just really sneak upon the enemy
And Merida.
and Well, either that or just prioritize freeing the captives.
If your lot are capable of summoning, as I've seen, quite well, then perhaps you could have summons come rescue hostages, and then the primary group deal with the hostile. Seems possible. I don't know the level of control that you have of these summons, however.
I love your idea, but I don't trust demons rescuing people. Because, you know, the demons. My lines, though, I think they did great. I don't know how good they are at untying knots, but we'll figure it out. They're very talented. I love them both.
Gotcha, Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem.
Is it
What?
good? Problem?
When do we know?
Yeah. There is
Yeah.
an astral storm that is approaching
What?
us.
What?
And
What?
if it's anything like the storm that the was it Voting Rangers, right? Voting Rangers? Yeah.
Yeah, the Fable Rangers, that same thing, though.
Fable Rangers. If it's anything like the Fable Rangers dealt with, it could cause us serious delays or worse, casualty. The size of it is going to either delay us or risk us something if we go through it. We have a couple options here. There is a way around it, but it would delay us time to get to this hostage situation. Or we can go through it and risk the dangers of the storm.
Where's this?
Sorry?
Where's the storm?
It would be, at this point, with Ova pointing it out with your perception check, Sirius, the 18 will point it out. It's directly up ahead in the location that you are heading to, where Karos would be. Now, one thing to note for your sort of thing is you wonder if Karos is in this direction, then how are they sort of dealing with it as well?
Why don't obviously I mentioned two options, but maybe there's a third. Siri in the past was able to dig holes and tunnels. Is that possible that we could still maybe go underneath the storm? Flying over it doesn't seem like it's possible.
Yes, that would mostly depend on the geography of the location. We would need to see if the place is not really unstable with the sands, or able to how far I can use this digging method to make stable underground cabins.
Because I was while I was listening to you guys making plans or whatever, I would throw one up. If you're able to use underground methods, why don't we just simply dig underneath them and then grab the people we need and then go out the way we came? We could have we have the means to communicate with each other that are not while close by. We could literally have people who are adept at flying give us a surveillance of where things are in relation to us underground, and we could just literally go underneath them, grab them, and out we go.
That's quite sound of a plan.
That's a brilliant plan.
I will note every time I attempted to fly up and above, there's an effect on my feathers. So
That was because of
Fine,
a certain height of elevation that you went to.
Yeah. See, we could have two groups. The people who are adept at flying can go around the storm, while the people who are with Siri underneath dig the way underneath. and we could literally just ping back between each other until we're in position, and we can give the AOK that you're right out underneath them, and then we could just snatch and grab. The delay in going around the storm for the people who are flying should give enough time to for the people who are underground.
Last sort of thing. Hey, serious. You're a higher level now, so you probably even have a better one. But what is the burrow speed of the creature you used before, a honey badger? Or
I
if
was
there's
a
any,
badger.
you got any other creatures that even have faster speeds?
That all depends. How many animals do you think I saw? I leave this to the DM's discretion.
Travel. I would say anything that realistically you would find in a desert. Serious.
Or even my past.
Yeah,
past
that's what,
times.
that's what I'm meaning. Like in the desert in your past times and all that sort of stuff. So like anything that you realistically kind of see. There. What type of like biomes? Like, did you ever go into a jungle, or was it just like plains, forests?
I grew up in a jungle. I was in a forest.
Gotcha.
I was in a desert.
Forest,
We've
jungle,
seen the
desert.
worm, have we not?
Yeah. The purple worm would be a monstrosity, so
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. If you most likely like 9 out of 10, you just present me the animal that you're trying to turn into. Yeah, it'll probably be fun.
Copy to the monster manual.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So while I'm looking for that is quite a sound plan, and we can even utilize a distraction of some sorts as another failsafe.
That would also help protect Navro as well.
Yes. Max, come back. I need your character to do shit.
Scream really loud and it'll come out of his headphones.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
You are evil.
If a distraction is part of the plan, would you think you and Navro can be in there, maybe as a safety margin? I don't think either that or in the flying group would probably be the safest option for you.
So you want Navro to be a part of the distraction?
Whichever is safer for him.
Why don't you just...
I'm pretty sure the non-safer option is to be with me.
Well, I've seen... I'm pretty sure I've seen Uzael cast the same spell in the same instance. Could you not just do that twice with the demons or devils that you summon?
I could.
Wouldn't that be enough of a distraction?
Yes. Small issue. If were I to get 2 of them, I'd have to break control of one of them, causing the other one to do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean,
which
that could be beneficial.
It could, but it could also lead to them being pissed off that I ripped them from their home to assist me in a small mundane task.
Then we could do maybe
Wait a second.
a demon and maybe a polymorph.
Wait a second, I have an idea. Do you remember that shadow demon I summoned? The fucking idiot. They gave me their name. I can control them without this spell because I know their true name. It's a really terrifying name. I don't know if you've heard it. Arnold.
I think.
Oh my god.
Such a ghastly sounding name.
I know, it's really just...
Shivers up the spine.
Oh yeah. And any
This is over your shoulder.
non-fantasy names just terrifying to any fantasy characters prefer. I could do that, but I would have to experiment, so it may not go as planned, but it's a shadow demon. You guys shoot light at people. I'm pretty sure we can dispatch them even if they were to turn on us. Sound like a deal?
Wow. I, for one, will not be trapped underground. I'll be in the air.
Yes.
Where would you, if we do this plan, where would you like me? It's currently night, so I could keep up with Krillin. And I do have an immensely large amount of dark vision.
Also,
You're welcome.
one action about it. So make sure, so I'm aware. So what is the plan that you guys are constructing so far? I know it's not done, but like, what are you guys thinking at this moment?
Team A burrows, goes underneath the storm.
Okay.
Team B flies around the storm, which will take more time, but it should give the Team A enough time to burrow there and get in position. We can use the crystals that we never hardly use to communicate with each other. And kind of go there back and forth and try and ping a location so we can basically just try and like big old snatch and grab, like kind of like a worm like out of the sand, but in a more friendly way.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. Just more so context. What's the point of like the other group going around though? Or is
So
it
that
just...
we can tell the group on the underground people where to line up.
Gotcha.
So because we're over top, and that way we can give them like oh hey, that's a building you're underneath. Don't do that. You know, move to the left.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
You know, that's a pit of snakes. Don't burrow up from there. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you.
Also, question: are we planning to save everyone?
As people as we
As
can.
many as possible, yeah.
As
Yes.
many as possible. I like that. I was worried we were only focused on Karas, and I would have not liked that.
I'm selfish to the idea. I just want to make sure we can have that opportunity to save everyone.
Like Karas is priority, but it's like I wouldn't want to just say, "Oh, we have Karas. We can leave all these other people to die now. Bye." You know?
Oh, hold on, let me fix the bot. Bot died. Aha, come here, bot.
And also, they might have information regarding what's happening. So, you know, there's 2 reasons to do it.
What forms of communication do we have?
We have the crystals that are embedded. I assume you all have one, like I do.
Yeah, you guys showed that off at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing.
They communicate long distance. And since we are utilizing more than we did before, it seems appropriate to utilize these now.
Wait, so you guys have had like a Rary's telepathic bond essentially for like the whole campaign?
Yes.
What?
But we
the
stayed
fuck?
so close to each other
it's
that
even
we
better
didn't-
because you know what? Hey, guess what? No one can scry on any conversations had between them. Not the gods, no nothing.
Why don't you always communicate like this?
We had me almost the entire campaign who has telepathy, so that's kinda.
There's also another thing. It only lasts for like a minute, and it's only a one-way thing. So like
I
not
guess
a
you're all
one-way thing,
talking
but like
from-
between 2 people. But yeah.
I've used it like twice or 2 or 3 times, but yeah.
I already have telepathy, you know.
So anyways,
Yeah.
I found an animal.
Is it a mole?
Better.
Giant.
Oh.
We're gonna call it a dire nose mole.
That's a mole animal.
No, but it's different. It's a different species.
It's
What-
a
what is
dire
I wouldn't just
use any old
nose mole.
What is it actually called?
It's called a star nose mole,
Oh,
but it's not in the
Oh.
D&D monster manual. So I'm just gonna have to go with a regular like badger or something because they don't have the actual burying speed.
Why isn't
alright.
there a dire mole? There should be.
A
I
fucking
say
dire
we make
mole.
a petition to make a dire mole. Very important. Comes from the Underdark because everything's awful down there. No offense.
Alright, so the giant badger is what you're gonna have to use stat wise.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Can it just cool when I have blind sight? I'm kidding.
I mean, moles are blind.
I mean, if we're having to use the stats of it, like, sure, flavor-wise, you're a mole, right? But mechanically, you're just gonna use badger and everything, stat block-wise or whatever. Fantasy.
Alright.
Wham.
You know, recruit chat to my cause.
No, just homebrew. Just homebrew it.
I will. Watch me.
Just do it now. Make me a monster.
Okay, maybe not now.
All right, so we have a plan, guys.
Okay. So,
Piper, I mean,
Piper?
Phoebe.
Ooh.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
That's a different
Damn.
mark, man. Different
Oh
mark.
shit, different.
Yeah, that's the girl you torture, not the girl you talk to. It'll be
I'm
different.
sorry. Phoebe, do you have any inputs to the plans that we're making?
I mean, it sounded fine to me. I mean, like, you're digging a big hole, right? That's good. I got nothing to contribute to that. I can't dig. I'm not digging.
So who's going with me underground?
That was what I was
No.
about to ask.
Well, I would assume anyone that is not capable of long flight.
I'm making a really cool distraction.
You will need people after Sirius burrows up to help grab people and bring them through the tunnel.
I seem to be in a position that could go for both now that I have this fancy cloak.
You're welcome.
Do you want to take to the sky or go on the ground?
I will take whatever position that equalizes our numbers. If there are not enough underground, I suppose that perhaps more support underground would be needed. Otherwise, if it's balanced, I will take to the sky.
Actually, let's change something up. Let's move you to the sky, and I'll go on the ground, because I can help with making sure if anyone's wounded. Same with the Twilight Bubble.
In which case, I will do that for the sky. Sound plan.
That way, yeah. So you and Krillin will sky and then communicate with us on the ground. Then anyone who's underground will help funnel in Innocence and Kara's through the tunnels, as well as cutting off anyone that tries to interfere. And then we have Zale making the distraction, correct?
Yep, I already know the thing I'm going to get. You're gonna hate it. I don't like it. It's very not. Have you heard of a chasm before?
Have I?
Chasm?
Or
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
This is fucking.
Oh fuck, ugly.
You have an obsession
No, I
with
was
this
thinking
thing.
that shit.
Fucking
no.
the bug with the mullet. I fucking hate this thing.
You have an obsession with this thing. An unhealthy obsession with this thing.
No, this will actually work really well for a distraction.
We're gonna turn your
Where-
webcam
where
one
are
of
you
these days and see
posting
a
this?
giant poster of it on your
Oh,
wall.
I'll
Secret
post
chat.
it to you. They all
Oh yeah,
know.
those things. I know what it is. Yeah.
They know because I talk about it a lot because I think they're really cool and because
Yeah.
they're really powerful. It's the thing I annoyed the fucking star
Yeah.
spawn with. You remember? Right?
I remember. I see a picture of it.
Mhm.
So in character,
Well,
No idea what it is.
I
So,
know that
it makes-
such-
it makes a really annoying noise, and I'd figure it's really loud, so they're just gonna go to it. And you want to know the best part about it? Its noise can make people unconscious if they're weak enough to it. for
Oh,
10
okay,
for 10 minutes.
So, alright.
How far away is this thing going to
Yes.
be from the flyers?
What is,
Far
yes.
enough.
Okay, so the distraction would be you will gather all the opposing and hostile creatures,
Yes.
gather them to you, summon this creature, and
Yeah,
have
yeah,
this ability take effect upon them.
Yeah, or I can summon the creature. It makes this annoying ass noise. They go to it because it's really annoying, and then they get knocked unconscious for 10 minutes. Ta-da!
As long as it doesn't interfere with the rescue.
I'll
and
make sure
harm
it
the
doesn't interfere.
innocents.
It won't do that. I'll make sure of it. And if it does, I'll kill it, and I'll probably eat its soul. I can't do that, but you know, I can threaten it. Yeah.
Concerning.
Look, it'll go swimmingly.
Okay, so I
Alright.
guess to finalize this idea, I and Ilba will be burrowing underground while Krillin, Misery, Phoebe, and Navarro will take to the skies, staying upon Squawk and Finnegan. Zale, you will disbark a little bit earlier to set up a distraction.
Also, can the flyers, since we're going to be speaking with our crystals, we don't really have need for our, ears. Couldn't the way how the unconsciousness works is they have to hear it.
Oh, there's also
Uh,
another thing that Ilva, you would definitely know. Whenever you went into the crystal sort of means of communication, your body kind of like find familiar whenever you look through the creature's eyes. Your body is just like no, like you can't necessarily move your actual body. Your mind is kind of transcended to another place. So just so you're aware, if someone's like flying Squawk and they're like, hey yo, I'm gonna just go transcend for a moment, just falls over and dies.
Comatose.
Right.
That's why we never really use it much too.
Yeah.
Um,
It's more of like for
Lord.
super secret conversations you don't want anybody knowing about.
it can still work. Krillin, I'm gonna borrow your rope.
I shuffle around, find the rope, and do a granny toss
What?
of the rope.
I'll tie this to Siri when he's the creature. That way he can at least dig while I'm being dragged and can talk. I suggest we dedicate one person in the flyer to do that while the other one kind of holds on to them so they don't fall down.
Okay. So keep in mind, you are going, for those of you who are trying to go through the likes of the sandstorm, because I mentioned this to Ilva and all that, the chance of you being to go completely around it, it's almost impossible. You will be going like around the edges of it, but you won't be caught in it as long, or like nowhere near as long. In comparison to being caught in it for an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3, you're gonna be caught in there for like several minutes. I'm able to sort of pass it by. Now, that is just so keep that in mind. So you're going to be going through the astral storm if you're going up above.
Yeah. Just be like a bad day. We got this.
Yeah. And just a last sort of thing, Ilva and Sirius are going to be underground. Everybody else is above ground, correct?
Yeah, we need to dedicate someone to use the crystal. So, like, if someone wants to like double back on a dino, that way someone can hold on to the person that is using the crystal, as well as flying Squawk and Finnegan. That way they don't fall when they transcend. So maybe that's Navarro or Phoebe.
Well, I don't have a.
Oh, Navarro doesn't have one.
Yeah.
You were born here.
I'm a fucking jewelry.
Oh,
Oh, yikes.
If that's the case, I'll get to enact the plan.
Would you be okay with that, baby?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Think so.
All right.
Gorball supervisor?
Nervous thumbs up.
Yeah, we're good.
Also,
It's
just to make
just a
sure, so my guilty conscience can go away. You guys are totally fine with me summoning this, right? Yes.
Me as Animus, no. Serious, yes.
How's that supposed to make me feel better?
I'm going to say this as a recommendation, but also I particularly find demons, not so much you, but demons in
Devil.
general, repulsive. Keep this
Devil.
thing away from me, please.
It's gonna be kept away from everyone I actually like. It's only gonna be near the ones I don't, which is the people who are being assholes.
We got this.
Also, devil.
Okay. So to
All right.
start this journey, we will start to move stealthily, correct?
Yeah, that's fine for you guys to do. Yeah, if you wish. So, Sirius, at this point in time, you begin to shift into the likes of or kind of all land down onto the ground. And as you kind of do, placing yourselves, you begin to, Sirius, wild shape into the likes of the giant mole, correct?
Dire Mole.
Dire mole. All right. As you do,
Best
now,
monster.
I got you as a honey badger, but hey, you're a dire mole. Just remember that imagination. But as you begin to start burrowing down beneath this, using your action to dash to continue burrowing over and over and over again. Over, you sort of drop down behind them, and you're able to sort of keep up, or you can just kind of like stand on top of them, or like sit on top of them.
I do want to tie the rope around Siri.
Okay, so you're tying the rope around Siri, and then to what else?
Just to me myself.
Gotcha. Smart. And since you're digging in the tunnels, you can fly throughout this entire thing. Keep that in mind. Because you are in utter darkness. Now, I assume a mole has dark vision, so you guys are good to go. Yeah. All right.
I would hope. I would sincerely hope.
just
going. Ow. Ow.
So, as you're beginning to do so, this is the location of where you will be at. Oh boy. I made it just now. Look at that.
Wow, you're so quick with your maps.
But yeah, you're kind of like sort of burrowing down more and more. Now, granted, you're a little bit bigger and the place is a little bit smaller. It's definitely a lot more compact, rather, but to serve the purpose of what you're kind of doing, this is kind of roughly where you would be kind of going about and more. Now, for those who can't see anything, I'm just gonna do this. Or actually, before I even do anything, can, like, let's say Creelan, Max, like, can you guys all see what's happening on the screen, or is it completely black?
I can see, yes.
Perfect. So that is essentially what is happening. That is a dead body.
Take their stuff. Oh, who said that? Wow,
Bones.
I'll take. Actually, I'll grab bones for Phoebe.
Fair enough. Easy piece, like, ooh, bones. Just yoink and just place it in your pocket. You got it.
I love recycling. I love it so much. Recycling.
Now, for the rest of you, all of you up here, I'm gonna switch the map to this other thing in a second, but for right now, we're gonna use this. You all look about and you see as the astral storm is heading rapidly towards you. The wind howls kind of turn into that of almost like a monstrous roar. Looking up ahead, you can't even see barely anything through the sand as you all begin to continue heading towards sort of the left of the sandstorm itself, trying to get around it as much as you possibly can, directed by Ilva, where she pointed off to. As you begin to do so, you're kind of squinting against the blast of air, and eventually you try to whirl your head around before eventually you feel it beginning to start changing, shifting, morphing for a moment. You begin to hear whispers entering your head. Join. Over and over and over again. You've all dealt with it and you begin to groan and try to still the likes of your mind. However, you're not sure whether you'll be able to hold on for much longer. Continuing on onto the likes of Squawk and Finnegan, as well as through any bits of your flying means. Voices, they grow louder and louder and louder, trying to rip your psyche apart for a moment. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. Because eventually the sandstorm is getting closer and closer. Ilva and Sirius, you guys are fine though.
We're within misery, right? Yes, thanks.
Yes. I'll give you it. I'll give you this one time.
One time.
After that, you're gonna have to start telling me like, yeah, I'm besides misery, bro. Like I am hugging.
Oh my gosh, misery, hi, bestie. Slay.
All right.
You only want her
I feel like on top of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, misery.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll let you know once it's relevant.
Okay.
So they're adding. What's your charisma score, Matt?
Yeah, what is your charisma modifier?
My charisma score is 20, so that's a +5.
Ooh, 21. My
You
favorite
21.
number.
Phoebes
Okay,
gets
so
rolled
let's
too.
go with this. So 21 +5, so that's 13 for Creelan. That will fail. 22 +5, that'll succeed. And we need one for Phoebes. And is everybody? I passed that. No, but we will. Yeah, we do need to make one for Squawky Boy and Finnegan. Alright, got out there a modifier. Alright, Finnegan succeeds. He Squawk.
I'm
Squawk
gonna
succeeds.
cast Bless on everyone.
How many
Up
people
to
are
3
you?
creatures.
3 creatures. Are you casting at a higher level to get more people, or?
How many people do we have up here total? It's like 4 or 5.
5, and then if you want to get the animals, then that would be 7. So you can probably do 5 if you cast it at 3rd level, which you should be able to do now.
Yeah,
think.
let's do that. Saving throw, adding a D4 to everybody.
As you begin to do so, Matt, if you would be so kind, describe what does this kind of look like as Misery blesses the likes of the party.
With the power of the Raven Queen, essentially, what I am doing is, I'm gonna be putting my hands together. I'm flying with the bat cloak now, I believe. So I'm flying with the bat cloak, but you're gonna see Misery put her hands together, and she is going to say like a mantra or a prayer, and there are going to be these essentially these spectral ravens that start flying around in the air, and essentially these ravens are just kind of these like magical spectral beings that will assist against saving, against something that would harm these individuals with an enhancer saving throw.
All right.
If they are going to be pushed away by the winds, then it gives them resolve and focus and strength to resist the winds. If they fall or if they risk losing, the thing. This is all of the things. They do all of the things.
Enough. As you begin to do so, you continue on, and at this point, you guys reach into the likes of the astral storm, where this is probably the furthest that you can probably get to before it eventually crashes amongst you. As it does so, Misery, you begin to cast Bless on each of your allies. However, works out. All of them but one. Freelan. You look over, and your visions begin to shift once more. You find yourself in the monastery again. You look over, and you see the visage of your parents leaving once more. A small child. About. As they do so, you look over and you glance towards this individual, this would-be sensei, or this would-be master, instructor. Visions begin to shift and change once more, and you find yourself that same scene and scenario, surrounded by several other students, multiple swords, weapons, axes, sai, anything that you can name, staking your lifeless body into the ground. As you begin to look over towards it, the memories of the cave begin to start infesting the likes of your mind once more. That, my friend, see what happens to you in a bit. Oh, boy. But looking around and about, eventually you all begin to continue traveling further and further into the likes of the storm. You see as Creelan's going a little bit slower than usual, but things are okay for now. You see, and you continue hearing more of the sort of whispers and mad babbling of several different creatures. Navro, for you, it's similar to the likes of when you fought the gibbering mouthers so long ago. Those cacophony of voices all beginning to speak out, lurching towards you. Phoebe, you see as some of them begin to, or you almost feel as if the voices are reaching out towards you, saying, "Peace. Find us." Navro, for you, you begin to, almost like before in the past, you feel, or you hear several dozen voices screaming out in terror at what you have done. What you have done, the city afar. They scream out in terror, in pain and misery, but doesn't seem to stop over and over and over again as you're pelted with the likes of these wails. With that, look over towards the other group and see how they're faring down below. All right, let's drop down, and here you guys are. Meanwhile, down below, things seem to be going fairly well. It's a little slow, but you kind of knew what was going to be happening with this. Sirius, as you've been to barrel along and continue moving the likes of your character and token, but I need Ilva and I need you, Sirius, as the honey badger, it's like stat block, to make a perception check.
With the wild shape, I keep my own.
Okay.
So it is still.
Would like to see.
Real quick, 1 second.
300 feet of dark vision, baby. I
You're
had no
welcome for
idea.
telling you that, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it was only when I used the ability.
Nah,
I thought it was too.
That's all the time, baby.
I
The
played this
one
class
race
for
in the
over a
monster
year.
manual. The one race in the monster manual that doesn't have dark vision, and people find a way.
That's a nat 20 for me.
That's what we like to see. Good stuff. So this is very, very good. Ilva, you begin to, for you, with your 27, you look behind and notice something's not right. And past pathway that you just went through, notice there's the stone walls are back and just formed up amongst itself. Where the hole began, there's just a rock wall in front, or basically blocking it now.
Huh?
It's a rock.
It is literally just moving stone that just begins to close in on itself, preventing you from going back where you came.
Go around.
Force.
Oh no. You're fine. You can keep going forward. It's just the way that you guys went. This area over here, it is closed off by rock and stone.
Like collapsed or something?
Nope, not collapsed. It just the walls literally slowly just begin to form over one another, and the cave itself began to almost move and shift. With your 25 though, on your perception check, Sirius, this is with, because I believe you have it. You do. You look around and you feel, as you're striking into the likes of the dirt and ground, you feel more of these strange sort of tremors going about to the sides, to your left and to your right. You look over towards your left as you're kind of digging, and you see as the rocks themselves, they're actually shifting alongside with you. They're only because you're natural 20. You look over and you see as almost an eye begins to form up over towards the left of it, and then a second eye, a pair. You look over towards your left, you see as they're slowly continuing on alongside you. You look over towards your right, and you feel more of those tremors as well. What are either of you two doing knowing this information?
I burrow faster.
You got it, burrowing faster.
What
Begins-
are
I'm
those
also-
door noises?
Because it's unlocking as we go.
Oh, I was about to say, you're in a cave. What are these doors?
The corruption works in strange ways.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, just see if we can like dodge these gazes of these eyes. while we're digging.
Gotcha. Let me see. Let me check one little thing.
Sure.
Okay. Pass without a trace. You see as you begin to vanish into the cloak of sort of the night for a moment. And as you begin to do so, for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to keep moving you guys ahead. But they're still following you.
Oh, even with it.
Even with it. Whatever these things are, they're not using sight to find you.
Oh.
You look over. The door begins, or walls begin to form again behind you, and you're trapped in the area once more as Sirius again is continuing to dig. If you've ever seen, Shang-Chi, it's kind of like the scene with the likes of the bamboo trees slowly closing in behind you. It's very, very similar to that, but with rocks or the stone walls forming instead.
Sad. Okay. Can I try then, while he's digging, to cast Thaumaturgy and kind of maybe make tremors? I feel like they're smelling us, but I want to see if I can kind of maybe throw them off by creating tremors like the opposite direction of us, while try and see if I can throw them off in tandem with the pass. Even though if it's not based on sight, I'm hoping that you can give us a slip here.
I'll tell you what, I like it. Give me a deception check with advantage. We'll make the DC super high, but I will give you advantage to try to help you out as much as I can.
I appreciate the attempt.
You better appreciate that attempt. That's a nat 20.
There we go. That's a nat 20. That's what we like to see. Ova, as you begin to do so, you begin to continue on using the likes of thaumaturgy to cause differing little tremors to throw these individuals off. And as you're able to do so, you place it in a specific location where it actually works out super effectively. You see slowly forming out of the likes of the walls and more, some creature getting ready to sort of almost punch and rip their way through past the area, and you see stepping out from the side a strange sort of earthy creature beginning to sort of manifest. They seem to have an entire mouth and sort of almost facial looking structure, but they're changed, it's morphed. It seems to have bits of astral tendencies to it, and as they rip out from the lengths of the wall, you guys are too fast for them. You continue on barreling through. You look over and you see as they begin to you look out before they begin to start burrowing into the likes of this or the dirt more and more before chasing right after you. You're able to get a little overhead bit of distance, but here's what happens. You see as these creatures are getting ready to giving chase towards you from behind. You look over towards your left. Still a decent feet away, but just riding alongside the walls. Sort of inside, you can still see their faces moving across it. You know what's chasing you. You have the distance. Try to cut them off somehow, some way. But if not, they're gonna keep chasing after you guys. What are you doing?
Oof. Oh my gosh. So is there we're at a crossroads here?
No, you can ignore that. That's just it's a little alcove. But you guys are continuing straight where Sirius is headed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, this is happening until you try to get this. All right. Hey, Artbot, can you please play this for me? Thank you. Fantastic. All right. Well, here, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little bit of time to sort of think and strategize, but in the meantime, over off in the likes of the sandstorm, this is what's happening over here. Okay, thank you. You look over and you see as more and more of these sort of astral mists is beginning to form about you, left and to your right. Now, you're sort of hearing the sort of strange whispers and almost the voices reaching out towards your mind, trying to pull at it. Look about, and more of the voices begin to start piercing through. However, they seem to, instead of trying to infest the likes of your mind, you see as they begin to try to take it over. As they do so, You look over towards your left, Phoebe, and you look down below you, Zale, and you see as there are multiple hands sort of writhing and grasping out from the likes of the sands beneath you, trying to pull you further down. And as this is sort of happening, best hope that they do not make contact. I need you all to make charisma saving throws. Also, Creelan, because you failed the other one, I need you to make it at disadvantage.
That's the first time I've heard those words.
All right.
before.
That's your D4s and the thing, the aura.
Mm-hmm.
19 plus D4, nice.
Plus aura protection. Bonus to saving throw equal
Oh,
to
I already
5.
I added it.
Oh, you already
I got
added
a
that,
14 plus 9 or plus 5, so 19. And so that's 20. Ah.
All right. Creelan, what'd you get? One more time because of disadvantage. All right, let's look at everybody and see what's looking like.
Ooh.
All right, so 15 plus 5. Good, good. This is what I like to see. Yep, that'll be for you, Zale. Yep, we get the +1 for misery. Thank God for misery, because that would have been bad. You look over, and as each and every single one of the individuals are reaching out to sort of grasp you, you see as the bits of the winds are beginning to slowly manifest before you. As they're getting ready to, you're too fast and too quick to try to go through the likes of the storm. It seems to be that you look over behind. Misery, excuse me, not misery. Zale, perception check. This is with sights, and I need the likes of, not Creelan. We'll go with misery. You make a perception check with sight. That's what we like to see. Natural 20 for Zale, 24, and misery with an 18. Both of you are ever vigilant. Misery, as this is sort of happening, you see and look down below before a massive figure begins to reach out and try to grasp you. As you do, you begin to fly upwards, just barely missing you by a couple of inches. And you see rising out of the ground, being collected by the likes of the sands, a strange, almost elemental-like figure made completely out of sand and air, but it's not a normal sort of air elemental that you're able to witness. It seems to have sort of astral tendencies in each and every bit of the where you would imagine there would be a torso or even that of the likes of a face. You see as there are several wailing faces connected to them, similar to the likes of the corruption. Their arms are sort of separated and more, their torsos disconnected and such. And you look over, and with that natural 20, Zale, you realize that this may be not the only one here. You look around. Seems to be that you all are surrounded. As this is sort of happening, you guys are up ahead, but let's see how far you can get up ahead. As this is said and done, kindred spirits, it seems to be that your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now on both fronts. As you guys will be dealing with these strange homebrewed air elementals, and the others will be dealing with some earth elementals trying to chase after you underground. Let's see exactly how you guys will fare. I'm gonna need you all to roll for initiative. I'm gonna get rid of Squawk and Finnegan from here. And I'm gonna switch over to the scene in a minute and get Ilva and Sirius for you guys to roll for initiative. Now, whether you want to fight, that is completely up to you. But these things are trying to kill you, and you will have your turn to react, essentially. All right, let's see. Let's
say, point of clarity. This wouldn't be considered a night creature.
Nah. Well, actually, you don't know. Actually, did they ever explain? I don't even think Azora explained when they mentioned night creatures. Did they? I don't think they did. I think they just said the name, but that was it.
Because if it is a night creature, then I'll roll differently. And I didn't want to just take advantage.
Gotcha. All right, so while this is happening, we're going to swap over to the other scene so you guys can also roll for initiative as well. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, can I like place this right here beside each other? There we go. All right, activate. All right, here's what I need you all to, or here's what I'm gonna need you two to do. All right, let's go here. and it is 1, and it is 2, and this one is essentially or it is basically riding the legs of the wall at this moment in time, Ilva. You can see it a little bit over here, if you see that. Now, I assume, for the sake of this, you guys are always moving forward. Now, if you guys are trying to, you know, lose these guys, then obviously you can use your action to dash, blah, 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 blah. Forward. That's perfectly fine. But regardless, until something happens, these guys are going to be continuing to chase you down. All right, over. There you go. You should be added. What you got? Ooh, those things are slow.
1 factor. So 15.
All right, 15, 16. You guys will be going first. So let's start top of the round. Or actually, I guess, do you guys have a preference? You guys want underground group to start, or you want the above ground to start? Your choice.
I mean, we're not really here for a fight, right, Ilva?
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, so we're just gonna book it.
All right, so if that's the case. We'll start off with the legs of, or we'll start off with the legs of you guys. As you begin to take your turns in initiative, again, Sirius, as you're trying to do so, what are you doing as your action, bonus action, and movement?
Action, dash, and burrowing through the area.
Easy peasy. All right, here's what I need you to do. Make a dexterity check with advantage because you're dashing. Let's see if these guys are able to keep pace. If they do so, then I have just... All right, so dexterity... Oh, 3 and a 2. Use an inspiration, or...
Yeah.
All right, one more time because you have an advantage for inspiration. 18, that's a lot better. They're gonna try to chase after you. With a 0, you are losing this guy immediately as you begin to throw it into overdrive. Yeah, it kind of does. He kind of trips over a little bit and actually slams into one of the walls before he begins to continue moving around the sort of structure that he is creating. With that, all right. Also, I gotta make it for this guy because he's
you're a rock animal. How do you trip over a rock?
Exactly. Hey man, they seem to be that they are not going as fast as they want to be. You're able to lose them a bit. That's going to be 1 success for being able to flee the likes of this or scene. All right, Ilva, you are up. Anything else you are doing while you're basically, you don't need to worry about like dashing or anything. You're just basically on top of Sirius.
I'm just gonna save my action then if I notice that they're gaining on top of Siri.
Gotcha. And what would the held action be?
Banishment.
Fair enough.
Gone.
Oh man.
Yikes.
Easy peasy. All right, that being said, they're gonna keep trying to use the likes of their action to sort of move over and catch up with the likes of Sirius. They would have been able to use their normal turn beforehand if they weren't so bad with what they rolled from earlier. They're gonna use their action to dash. Sirius, make a dexterity check for me, please. Great roll. They're gonna use the advantage to beat you. We'll see if they're able to do so. Fucking 3 and a 1. They're goddamn awful. All right, last one.
You're trash.
Pretty much. All right, next guy. They're gonna do the same thing. I'll need a second dexterity check from you, Sirius. This guy's gonna fall behind. Last thing. 15 is what you gotta beat.
So I roll again?
Yep, roll again. Basically, they didn't do anything, or the first one didn't do anything for his turn except dash towards you. The second one's going to basically do the exact same thing. So a 12, that will fail. You'll see at this point, Ilva, the creatures are beginning to slowly try to make pace and gain up to the likes of Sirius. They're not within touching distance because you guys were able to succeed beforehand, but you guys are back exactly where you were. This creature begins to just almost send out or lunge towards you, almost getting ready to throw a boulder at you, Ilva. But as they do, you're just barely able to miss it or dodge underneath. This creature is getting dangerously close. I have to hope that you guys are fast enough this time. But that will be the Earth Elemental's turn, and that is what's happening underground.
It's 60 feet, by the way.
60 feet? Oh, yeah, they're within 60 feet of you if you want to drop that shit.
Death.
Yeah, might as well. Let's try it.
All right, dropping it off. As you begin to do so, what does the banishment look like as you try to send them out of this plane?
It's just kind of like there's like a void orby thing, kind of like appearing like in like kind of like centered on top of his like his chest, and then just kind of like sparks, and then like expands, engulfs him, and then contracts back into like a small ball.
All right, let's see what's gonna happen. Charisma saving throw, all or nothing. 14. Believe that fails.
That it does, yes.
What a loser.
As you begin to do so, you see as the creature's reaching out, lunging towards you. You see as they're getting ready to sort of chuck a boulder before they are gone. They are banished from this plane. And oh, this is going to be very, very fun.
Yeah.
They had a... I kind of hope that you can maintain concentration on this because this will be funny for another campaign. A certain campaign that's in a world tree right now.
Oopsie.
All right, Ova, that's what's happening over there. Let's go to the others. Activate. Boom, 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 boom.
And again, I just wanted a point of clarity. I haven't rolled initiative yet. Do I consider them night creatures? Because then I get a whole set of tools.
No.
Okay. All right. Then it's initiative. That's fine.
All right. Fair enough. Oh, it's because the item thingy.
Yeah.
All right.
I ate all the food. I drank all the drinks. Had a good time.
Had a good time. All right, let's see if you'll be having a good time for long. These air elementals are going to get ready to start going. They'll begin to catch up with breakneck speed. And just for clarity, just to make sure before we start, Zale, how are you? I meant to ask you this earlier. How are you flying right now? Are you on a beast or are you somewhere else?
I'm on a beast.
Okay, pick which one.
My boyfriend again.
Alrighty, you got it. As this is said and done, you'll see as the creature will begin to rush over towards one of you three. We're gonna roll a d3 to see between Phoebe, Misery, or Zale. 1d3. That's gonna be a 1. It's gonna go towards Phoebe. You'll see as it rushes over to the side, it's gonna just try to reach out and grab you off the legs of Squawk and just sort of toss you onto the ground to bludgeon you. They're going to use a slam attack. All right. Actually, you know what? Nah, they're gonna do this. They're gonna go with the funny first. You'll see as they begin to rush over towards you and they begin to just start whelming over your entire position. As they begin to do so, Phoebe, you feel yourself being lifted up further, and further. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Mean.
This is, you'll see why. This is gonna be something.
+5.
Yep, you get a +5 from Misery.
Oh.
And you also have Bless. You also have Bless.
It ain't saving that.
You don't know that.
I
Phoebe,
do.
you have inspiration.
Oh, you also have inspiration.
I mean, we'll see where this goes.
All right. Well, if that's the case, this is what will happen then. You, as you're sort of lifted up off the legs of Squawk, you see as you are flung in a random direction. All right, let's roll a d4 and see where you're going to be flung off. 1. Well, the good news is you're going to get flung forward. The bad news is you're going to get flung onto the ground. So hey, it kind of works out. But what you will take is you'll also take a bit of bludgeoning damage as you get flung 20 feet and just start rolling into the sand before you crack down onto the ground. It's going to be 3d8 plus, for these guys, it is 5. So 17 points of bludgeoning damage as you roll and tumble about. That will be their action. That is, they're actually gonna move up a little bit and they're going to, yeah, they're probably gonna get ready to, actually probably just gonna go over here, move over to Zale, and that's gonna be their turn. Just gonna get ready to start chucking you guys off of these things. Phoebe, you're on the ground right now and you're caught in the astral storm. What would you like to do?
Fucking bitch. God damn. I'm just gonna scream real quick. Are we running or are we fighting?
We can run. I have ways to make them stop, but you know, just do stuff while running.
Do stuff while running.
Your heads work while you run. You got this.
Oh, that is another thing. Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that because you guys are stuck in a sandstorm. Okay, I should have explained this. I'll let this happen for free, but I'll explain this. Basically, this is going to be the case for the rest of the sort of combat scenario for you guys. So since you guys are in a sandstorm, it is wind roaring and screaming at you, as well as the astral sort of nature of the corruption trying to pick apart your mind. just being able to talk to one another is a lot more difficult than usual. You will have to make perception checks. There's a set DC of it to be able to understand what other people are saying. Azale, you can always talk telepathically, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
you answered my
But
question.
for right now, so that's what I'm saying. For right now, you're good. You understand that, but everybody else, or from this point on, you're gonna have to be making perception checks to understand people.
I love telepathy. I love it so much.
All right. Sorry about that, Phoebe. You can keep on going on.
Can I fly in this weather? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, you can. It's a little bit difficult, but yeah, you're fine.
Because it's night, right?
Yes, it is night, and for flight, it is for flight speeds, it is half movement on this battle map and all that. But that's it. You can still fly though.
Okay, because then I'm just gonna activate the Cloak of the Bat and I'm gonna start using it to fly
Easy
as fast as I
peasy.
can
All right.
forward.
Cloak of the Bat
We
gives
both
you
have
how much
cloaks?
movement speed?
40 normally.
40 normally, so you will get 20 feet of flying as you do. Do you just soar off forward, or are you soaring upwards? Where are you going?
I'm going a bit up, but not so much that if they throw me to the ground again, I'll take a whole lot of damage.
Okay, I'll put you up by 5 feet. And then the other 15 feet, you just moving forward or something?
Yeah.
All right, easy peasy. 5, 10, 15, you're good to go. That, Phoebe, that is your... is it an action to activate the cloak? I was... New magic, I'm just getting used to it, so...
New item, who this?
Right. Wearing this cloak, you can use your action to cast... No, not the polymorph. You just grip
Doesn't
it.
say
No,
so.
you still have an action, though, if you want to do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna just hold my action to cause fear in case they
Alrighty.
come close.
Easy enough. Now, keep in mind, for everybody using the likes of the Cloak of the Bat, you are gripping the likes of the edges of it, meaning you don't have any sort of hand movement to be able to cast and weave spells. So if you do try to cast something, you're going to be dropping down to the ground. Keep that in mind. Navro, you are up. What would you like to do?
There's not a lot. What I will do is I'll look at these air elementals, and what would be like the most vulnerable point of them? They're air, but like there's something kind of still holding them together. Probably the astro stuff.
Yeah, it's more of that. That seems to be the most solid part of them.
With that, I'll like kind of like on my back, just like trying to scan the area, look to that, focus on it, point at it to Zale, and aim for that. That might be the most vulnerable part, and I'm gonna give him the help action.
That's pretty smart. That is smart. All right, as you do so, Zale, you will have advantage on your next attack. Freeland, you are up.
All right. Alright, I'm going to calm myself while I'm in the air and take a moment, and as a bonus action, there you go. I'll take a Kensai shot, and then for both of my actions, I'm going to pluck 2 feathers from the left hand and the right hand side, and fling them both at the air elemental.
As you begin to do so, oh boy, you're about to learn that sandstorms are not the fucking ideal place for fighting. As you begin to do so, you send the legs of the feather towards them, and you see as the winds are beginning to start blowing each of the projectiles left and right. You do have disadvantage on this attack roll. One more time.
All right.
24, even better. That's what we like to see. So the 21 will hit, and that is 9 points of damage towards this guy. Nice, nice.
And they'll take an additional D4 from the Kensai shot.
6. With that, the feather strikes into a bit of the corruptive nature of them before it shatters into pieces below. That is your first attack. You do have a second.
R.I.P.
Oh.
Feather.
Yep. For the second feather, I'll go over here and attack once more. Disadvantage. 14.
14, that will miss. You see as the winds begin to consume around or form around them, and it just sends it flying into the dirt.
And then I'm going to fly backwards, having the sand out of my face, 20 feet.
All right, easy
As I
enough.
move forward.
As you do, you fly up forward, and Misery, you are up. It seems to be that one of the air elementals is right beside you, and you're gripping the edges of this cloak at the moment.
All right. Well, so how far above the ground am I?
I mean, I'd probably just say like, not too far, like 20 feet, we'll say. No, we'll say like
And
20
this thing
feet.
is floating up around 20 feet as well.
Yep. I'll adjust
So if I
everybody's.
try to lower myself to the ground, it'll be it'll attack of opportunity, basically.
Yes.
Got it. So I'm grabbing onto the cloak in order to stay up. I'm sort Misery's gonna look around, and she's basically going to say, fleeing and fighting is not the best strategy.
We don't have a lot.
Because she needs to make a decision. She is essentially going to well, okay. Well, I mean, because she is hanging on to the cloak and floating up, she is going to use an action to try to command the air elemental to flee.
All right. So are you dropping the cloak then?
No, that's verbal.
Oh, it's verbal? Okay,
Verbal
that's
only.
what we like to see. Smart, smart, smart. And you're telling them to flee. That is a wisdom saving throw?
That is going to be a saving throw.
Alrighty. And what level?
I'm sorry. I am stumbling over my own words and stuff. It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, and gotcha.
Yes.
And what level are you casting it at? Level 1, 2, or 3?
I'm going to be casting it at level 2.
All right. So which second elemental would you like to command to flee?
So there's the one in front of me, and then there is the one that is closest to the two on our, I don't know if that's Squawk or Finnegan.
Finnegan.
Finnegan. All right. The one closest to Finnegan. Those
Alrighty.
two.
You got it. As you're beginning to command them, we'll see if they're able to resist or not. That's a 7. They will fail. That is, for the second one, a 9. They will both fail as you command them to rush away and try to leave you all alone. They will do so immediately. All right, Mystery, that is your action. You have a bonus action and movement.
So I mean, I'm gonna stay put and do the attack of. Oh wait, no, I can't because I'm holding on to this cloak. Man, there's so much stuff.
Yeah. Now you can fly over to Squawk and just sort of land for a bit, and then try to do whatever you got to do. But yeah.
All right. Well, since its priority is to flee from me, it wouldn't take an attack of opportunity, would it?
It still would, but it's gonna be on its turn. It's gonna get the hell away from you.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to move over to Squawk, and I'm going to use Squawk as a way to free up my hands so I can do battle. But then I'm going to look down to Phoebe, realizing that we're gonna need to get us back on the flight pattern.
As you do, you try to fly over, veering off to the left to sort of land onto Squawk. The elemental reaches out, trying to swipe towards you. And we'll see if they're able to hit. 15, that's not gonna be able to do it unless I'm crazy. Yep, 15 will miss. You're able to sort of fly, just barely missing. All right, Misery, if that's your turn, head over towards the other air elemental. This one, they actually were perfectly fine. They resisted the likes of the command, and instead they're going to focus their attention directly onto you since you're the closest. As they do so, they're going to just send 2 massive strikes, picking you up and trying to slam you off the ground. Going to be 2 attack rolls. All right, first things first. That is a 27 to hit and 10 points of damage. Next one is a 17 to hit and 19 points of damage. So wham, wham, as they strike into, almost rocking you backwards. You see as you're having a little bit of trouble sort of controlling the likes of Squawk, but you maintain your ground, and you look over, and the battle is now just beginning. That is the air elemental's turn. Zale, what would you like to do?
So, seeing that this one isn't affected by any of our funny little effects, I am going to cast Viritus Dubium on them.
Got it.
Ah.
All right, intelligence saving throws. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're smart. Yeah, they got this.
No,
All right, that
no,
is
no,
an 8. That will fail immediately, and they will take 13 points of psychic damage as their world is destroyed for a moment, and they will be using their action to basically dash away from you, right?
Huh?
Or am I crazy?
No, what?
I always forget. There's so many fucking psychic spells I get thrown at in this campaign and other campaigns. I always forget mind whipping. You have to remind me every
There are
time.
like 7 psychic spells.
No, there's 7 psychic spells, but then there's so many. They all sound exactly the same, and everybody's throwing them at me now. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And even though Zale's been doing it since the beginning, I always forget.
Yeah. Okay. It can't take a reaction until its next turn, and it only gets to choose whether it can move, an action, or a bonus action. It only
Gotcha,
gets
gotcha.
one.
Gotcha.
Basically, Misery and Squawk can run away for free. Whoa, that's crazy.
That. Yeah, I always get. Good.
No, you can go first.
Gotcha. No, I was just saying that. Yeah, I was getting mind whip and mind sliver confused.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, just remember, Mind Sliver's a cantrip, and it would be weird if it did that much stuff as a cantrip. And I'm going to command Finnegan to basically dash.
All right, dashing. They will continue on, and they'll use their movement. All right, and that is that. All right, we'll continue forward, up ahead.
And I'll psionically tell Misery before we leave, like, yeah, you can just run away from it. It's gonna be a bit occupied, because it's fucking stupid. And that's my turn.
You got it.
Mean.
This air elemental,
Yeah.
they're going to do exactly what they said, and you said for them to flee. Cool, they're fleeing.
Flee.
They're gonna move
Bye.
They're gonna move 180 feet away from you.
Whoa.
Boom. Get out of here.
Nice.
Get
Yeah.
out of here.
All right, this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah.
All right, this guy's
Get
out of combat
out!
for now. All right. Next up, we're gonna go to the
Bye.
others in the
Bye.
cave.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, underground, down below, over here. Okay, so Sirius starting us off. Same sort of song and dance of just dashing away. You got it.
Would it be possible to
Yes.
guidance him at all?
You can, but since you're in combat, you would have to take your action.
I can still hold concentration though, right?
No, because guys, it's concentration. I just realized that.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, yeah. You probably want to keep the banishment rather than anything.
I can use a cantrip as a.
No,
It's
just whatever.
concentration.
Yeah, whatever you
Yeah.
cast, don't make sure it's not concentration.
Guidance
that's
happens to be
fine then.
concentration. Yeah.
I see. I understand now. Okay. Gotcha. Never mind. Cool.
All good. So if you're dashing, dexterity check from you, Sirius, with advantage. These guys are gonna make some dexterity checks as well.
Well, die.
Ooh, that's one. Yeah, they can't beat that. They can't beat it. All right, what's for that? Yeah, the 10. Yeah, these guys are gonna fall behind even more. This guy's actually I don't know why I'm rolling for him. He's fucking gone. All right, yeah, this guy is
Fast
almost
as fuck, boy.
completely out of the likes of the field. You guys are almost out of there entirely. Ovo, you see, as there's still one. I'm getting ready to. Threw him out of the sort of thingy.
Oh god, doors.
You see, as they're almost completely out of the likes of the fray. If there's anything that you want to try to do, just completely throw them out of the likes of this combat and escape. Now's the time to do so.
Worth concentrating on that.
Blast the walls! Blast the walls!
I could try Sacred Flame. I don't know. How do I Sacred Flame a wall? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Guiding Boy is also concentration too. Damn.
No, it's not.
No.
Is it not? I thought it
No, it
was.
isn't.
No.
No?
What? It's just an attack roll.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Guiding Bolt is.
Oh, I thought it was. Mario.
Let's I guess we'll
Actually,
Guiding Bolt
bad if
the
it was.
wall.
Oh, I think I was thinking of Witch Bolt. That's why.
Yeah.
I always thought Guiding Bolt was concentration because you had to concentrate until someone actually hit them.
Well, now you know. It's even better now.
Man, it's been like fucking 2 years since I played Cleric. All right, so Ilva, what would you be doing then?
We'll try and shoot the part of the tunnel to have rocks drop on top of them.
Gotcha. Cast
Rock
a spell. You don't have to target
die.
anybody, and it will go through. There's more so it's just see the damage. We're just looking for you to not roll like 4 1s. That's all we're looking for.
Gotcha.
All right. 9 points of damage. That'll be good enough to start at least start this whole thing. As you do so, you send the guiding bolt out before eventually the rocks begin to start collapsing down behind you. You see it begin to strike into the legs of the creature before they reach out, and they're just sort of falling face first into the legs of this more and more of the stone. As they do so, you see as they meld further into the ground. But for now, seems to be they're all good. They seem to be completely out of the way. I'm gonna make a charisma saving throw for the next guy. So I assume you guys are just gonna continue moving on ahead, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, here's what they're gonna do. Regardless, they're gonna get banished back to the other spot. So actually, it doesn't matter.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Golden Fables. Oh no.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll 9 cost or charisma saving throws. Regardless, you guys are out of combat now and stuff. All
Why
right.
9?
Because you have to concentrate it for a minute before they get permanently banished to the likes of where they
I
came
don't
from.
think they don't.
But-
But they
but-
don't make
Are they-
charisma save at the end of each of their
It's
turns.
just me.
It just
Yeah.
happens.
Oh, is it
No.
you? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like you're trying to knock over its concentration out of it. Otherwise, she just has to hold it in.
Perfect. All right, they're gone. Say hi
Oh,
to Golden
no.
Fables for us.
I love Golden
Fables.
Fables.
Can we put a ribbon on it before you go?
Oh, man, they-
PS run.
They are down horrendous when you see what they're going through right now.
It can
This is
be
gonna
a
be
magma
bad.
golem now. Earth plus fire equals magma. It makes sense.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, back above ground. So, Air Elemental's turn. I believe they're going to just flee 180 feet. All right,
Bye. Bye. See you next time. Hopefully never.
All right, Phoebe. What would you like to do?
Get the fuck out of there!
All right.
Fuck out of there!
Using your action to dash.
Yes.
All right, 40 feet of movement. I will drag your token. Boom! You begin to grab the legs of the edges and you fly forward, actually making pace past the likes of Navro, Zale, and Creelin. That is your turn. Navro, what would you like to do?
I'm able to see the air elemental at this point, right? I can
Yeah,
see
you can
it.
still see him. Yeah.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, I'd like to make a martial check on. No, I know what an air elemental is. I know what that is.
Mhm.
Like, what's different about this guy specifically?
Gotcha. Make a intuition check for this.
General
DC
intelligence.
is very difficult because it's not like typically typical combat and all that. That's usual. I've typically rolled it. Fuck your DC. That's a nat 20. All right, so here's what they got. I can only give you like basic sort of things, but essentially what these things are is their strength and constitution. Like basically, like a lot of their modifiers have been basically changed and adjusted from like a typical CR5 monster to something way higher. Essentially, they have a lot more resistances, such as, well, just to name a couple, it's not super important, but like psychic, thunder, yada yada yada.
Psychic.
Or some of their resistances have begun to turn to the likes of immunities as well.
Interesting.
So it's basically just a
okay.
buffed up elemental, essentially.
Alright,
And also they have another ability that you can't really identify, but that's it.
Okay. With that, we're I guess I'm gonna kind of mush Finnegan to keep dashing.
Fair enough. All right, we go to the next one. Freeland, what would you like to do?
All right, I see that Misery is still contending with one, so I'll fly back and help Misery out just a little bit and look at the air, look at my claws, and see how this is going to work as I attempt to punch the air.
As you do,
This,
because you are
This
oh,
elemental isn't going to do anything to me, though.
Huh?
Well, this
Freeland doesn't know.
because you said that I can. Okay, never mind.
Yes. I mean, I think Creelin would know, because how many times have I done this spell in this campaign? How many times? Too many.
A lot, but
Yes.
it's still in the fight. It's not incapacitated. That's why I came back.
I can make it incapacitated.
Go
No,
ahead, Freeland.
it still has an action.
Mm-hmm.
It still has movement. It can still follow us. Or am I completely off the mark here.
It can only choose one thing, which is to move, take an action, or have a bonus action. My idea was if we all run away, it would have to move and couldn't do anything else, so we could just disengage it. You know what I mean?
180 feet towards us.
Yeah.
So we would still be fighting. No?
Yeah, you guys don't have 180 feet of movement in the storm.
But a dash.
Right.
In the storm.
I mean, we could still just do it like far away. The idea is to waste its first turn so we can get more.
I just say, Creelan, do whatever your character would do and keep it moving. 15 to hit, 10 points of bludgeoning damage because you can punch ghosts. That will bypass the likes of the magical resistance, and you're able to do so. You swipe and strike them directly into the face. You see as they definitely feel the brunt of it, but you do have a second and third attack. 21 will hit, 8 more points of damage. This time you strike directly into their sternum and you send them flying backwards a little bit. All right, third attack if you want to take it as a bonus action.
Yep. Fill your blows.
Flurry of blows. 21 will hit, 10 more points of bludgeoning damage as you just continue just striking into them. Actually, wait, hold on. 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So
He's
for
dead.
some
He's already
reason,
dead.
oh, the flurry of blows didn't count as magic. For some reason.
No.
I got you.
Hell.
But as you continue just striking into them over and over and over again, you see as they are definitely reeling from the effects. Is there anything else you would like to add to this, or is that your entire turn?
Just gonna look at misery. Look back at the heirloom, so look at misery, and then my turn.
All right, that's it. Misery, you are up. What would you like to do? This elemental has gone through the ringer from Creelan.
Well, let's see. Squawk can take a Squawk can take a separate move on my turn, right?
You're controlling them, so you basically, they can move or whatever and all that.
All right. It doesn't seem like this elemental is going to last much longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay down a melee attack.
All right. 22 to hit, 5 points of slashing damage as you strike into them. That will definitely connect. Got anything to it, or leaving it as is?
I'm gonna, of course. I'm gonna do my paladin thing and do a divine smite, a deathly smite.
Well, congratulations. These things technically count as undead, so you will be able to add an extra D8 to it.
That's
Oh no, the
crazy.
overlay. What happened?
2d8.
The bot left. The bot left.
Let's see. I'm gonna spend a spell slot. An extra D8. So 2d8 plus. I'm gonna do it at second level, and then I get another D8. So that's 48.
48. Let's see.
Let's just make sure he's gone.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Kill.
23 points of
Kill it.
divine damage. You strike into him, and as it begins to rip and tear through their entire form, the divine might or beginning to slowly corrode them. They are still standing, but barely at that. You have a second attack, though.
A second attack will be taken.
All right, swing, swing, swing. 13, that won't be able to hit them. If you got inspiration, now's the time to use it.
I don't.
Well, I do. Take it.
Okay.
You want to give it showcase? I'm sorry. You can give.
Well, before I was rudely interrupted, I will focus some key and try to inspire misery just a little bit.
All right, there you go. Or you may take another attack.
Thanks, Sandy.
All right.
18 is
I
gonna
hope
be
that
enough.
does it.
5 points of damage, and you strike into them. They're still left standing as you embed the legs of the blade into them. You're ripping through them, trying to bring it down. However, as they're ripping into two pieces, they're still left standing and grabbing onto the legs of despair. Got a smite.
Can I do 2 divine smites?
Yeah.
You can add as
can
many
do
as you want.
Well, I'm gonna do another divine smite. I guess this one is at level 1.
Okay.
So
that's 3d8 because they're undead.
3d8. You're gonna have to roll it because my foundry decided to blink out of existence.
Oh no.
All good, all good. 10 points of damage. Hey, that's more than enough. How do you want to kill them?
So, essentially, me sitting on Squawk and taking Despair, I've been sort of swinging it around my head, just repeatedly striking this thing. And it's just going to, and as I do so, in each swing, it's going to be even more, I'm going to put even more oomph into it. And you basically see Misery's face kind of fill with rage and go, ah! Not like that. Doesn't sound like that. But it's a war cry, and she is just laying into this thing as chunks of sand just shoot off of it, and it is reduced to nothing but a fine mist.
Enough. As you do so, you look over, and it seems to be that you guys have enough sort of speed to continue on with the likes of, or throughout the likes of the sandstorm. The elementals, you told them to flee and fuck off, and yeah, they have completely lost you on where you all are, because they went that far. So, with that, you guys are out of combat on both ends and both fronts. Good stuff, good stuff.
The power of fleeing and fighting. See, I told you it'd work.
Flee and fight. Oh, man. All right, give me 2 seconds, and let me get this up. And I gotta adjust one of the maps. You guys split off. Bam, bam, bam. Alrighty. Oh, wait, I did this wrong. We'll do this. We'll do this. So, I guess, based off of how the plan is, we would probably want to go with the above group first, so they can direct you guys underground on where to sort of be, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if that's the case, let me show you. I'm gonna have your tokens, like Sirius and Volvo. You guys are gonna be on the map or whatever. You can move them around, but we're gonna you're just kind of there. You can ignore them. Wait, what the? That's not.
We're back.
That's not the
I'm
map
back,
I said.
bitches.
That's not the map I wanted.
Oh.
Click the door. Click the door.
Okay, so as you
Open
guys
up!
are. No! Stop it!
Okay, we're
Off the door.
As you guys continue on, you eventually look over and you see the likes of, well,
Oh, nothing.
this big old thing.
Oh boy, I'm scared.
the void.
The darkness of the abyss.
All right. Eventually,
My
now
old
granted,
friend?
you guys are flying well above this, I assume.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, this map is. I've been waiting to use this map for a long while.
I can't
it's fucking
see.
Is
sick.
that a Levi? Oh my god, you know how to treat me right, Sensei.
Oh man.
It's a
But
motherfucking dead
you guys
fish.
are over it. I don't know how much, but I assume you're high enough to where like you know, to the point where you're trying not to be seen. If that's the case, I do need some stealth checks. As you were trying to be stealthy about it before. I'm not gonna roll for Squawk and Finnegan. They're fine.
They just birds.
It's not.
Hey,
It's not
birds.
Squawk isn't gonna just be like saw dude and just start squawking randomly.
You hear
just
it
to alert
tonight.
everybody.
So all the birds are fine, including me. I don't need to roll. Yep.
See, they're a prehistoric bird. You're just a bird.
Wow.
Ages.
I'm not good enough.
Fucking
For really being ages, I'm just saying
Lupin.
Creelan's like 3 years old, you know? I mean, they're not tall enough to ride this ride.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm not very stealthy, so
All right.
just in general.
So I will mark you as invisible. Keep in mind, well, first things first, just so we don't have another 7 souls incident. Actually, I only think it was 7 souls in another campaign, actually. Do you tell everybody that you're going invisible? I think this was Gore. Yeah, this is Gore.
Yeah, I'm going to say basically in front of each of them that don't worry everyone, I'll be around. Just get their attention so they're looking at me and then they see me blink out. So they're aware.
Oh god, that's terrifying. Oh god, that's
Misery's dead.
Oh boy.
Dibs on a room.
All right. Nope. I'll move you guys.
Don't you dare.
I'll move you guys this token over there. You guys are free to go about where you wish, but first things first, I will take your group stealth average and start calculating that. Navra will give you guys a double success because of that natural 20. So awesome,
So
awesome.
stealthy, yeah.
Plus 20.
So they call it the sick and nasty.
Yeah.
Talking like he can't contribute.
Misery. What was your stealth check from earlier, though? You have advantage on stealth checks from here on out, but what was the first one?
I mean, it was 5.
5.
Oh.
All right, and that's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good all around. Pretty good.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, he.
All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
Oh,
Can we see anyone or anything
Make a perception check for me, Zale.
with sight?
With hearing. No, I'm kidding. Sight. If anybody else wants to join them, you can as well.
Please make a perception check with a taste if you can.
Oh god.
ew.
That's gross.
7,
Oh,
6.
Bad day. Bad day.
Oh God! Oh
no,
All right.
Sure
Looking
no
around
one's
about. Looking about. You don't really see anybody at this moment in time. But you do see the giant sort of Leviathan, sort of bones and more. You also look over and you can see, at least with a 8 Krelin, that there is signs of battle that happened here. Now, you're not sure how long ago it happened, but you can see a bunch of the weapons sort of scattered about, bits of the stone and explosions left and right. But you guys are free to go however you wish, but nothing right now.
This isn't like a cliff we have to like jump down, right?
It would be, but you guys are flying right now.
If
Oh.
I may, could I give inspiration to Zale for his perception check?
Probably not after I kind of describe the results and all
Okay.
that sort of stuff, but I got you next time, for sure.
It's okay. We can fly down, right? Yeah, yeah.
We move.
Wow.
I'll remain in the air as everyone jumps down.
All right. I'll let you guys know if you find anything of interest, but you guys can just move your tokens. But are you... Wait, so actually, just to make sure I can confirm this. Are you guys on the ground? Or are you...
No, I was staying in the air.
Okay, you're going to be... this is by 40 feet.
I was just confused on if we were still on the ground based on this or not.
No, you guys are up in the sky on Squawk and Finnegan, even though their tokens
Okay,
are...
well, I'm not gonna land then. I'll be waiting for the two to guide us.
Huh?
Huh?
You guys are guiding them.
Yeah, you're guiding us.
No,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta think, what is a good way to cause a distraction right now?
I know. Well,
You gotta
there's
find
nothing
the
to-
enemy.
There's
gotta
no
find your audience.
distraction to
You
distract.
gotta find your audience.
Find your
You want to
audience.
put on a show, you gotta find your audience right now.
Come on,
Okay,
Theo.
Navro, you're with me. Come on, we're flying, boy.
Serious giving out content creation tips.
Alright,
Okay,
if
so I don't
they're
have to-
going south, I'll go west.
We Sirius told us what direction this was, right?
Yeah. You guys know. I mean, you guys are in the location
Yeah.
or whatever where you
Okay.
believe that you would find them, but you don't know the specifics.
Okay, well, we're flying stealthily. Woo. I can't control Finnegan, but just pretend they're with us.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yay.
Riding on Finnegan.
All right, as you sort of do, Zale, make a perception check again with sight.
Yikes.
Ah,
God
Ugh.
damn.
All right, now
Okay,
what do you
now
said
I'm gonna
inspiration?
give them that fucking inspiration.
Okay.
hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What the- You have one job.
Actually, this is like my third. This is actually my third job.
It was your first
10 to
job.
20.
There you go.
That's what we like to see.
That's
All right,
way
so
better.
Navarro and Zale, as you're looking around and about, you try to look exactly to find any sort of creature for a moment. And as you do, there we go. I was like, what the hell? You begin to see soaring past, not necessarily noticing you, but you see soaring past an individual who seems to be riding atop of a winged beast. However, not a winged beast that made of flesh or skin, one of metal, and gears.
Oh,
You look
fuck.
over and you see as there's an individual who seems to be flying over the likes of flying on the likes of a pteranodon, similar to Squawk and or Finnegan. Seems to be a smaller variant, but it is enough. See as they are flying about and patrolling the area and more. That's what you notice with your 20.
Do you see anything, or
I see a man riding what a mount that could be described similar to ours, except there's no flesh, it's all metal. Natural.
as he's pointing it out, I can see it as he's kind of like
Yeah.
giving me the direction.
I point.
Could I make an investigation check to see if he's friendly or not, or maybe an insight check?
Insight check, friendly. Oof. Go, you got dark vision?
I think yeah.
If you got dark vision, then yeah, you can make an insight check. Straight roll.
I would help, but I don't have dark vision.
21.
But I guess you don't need it.
How would I describe their demeanor?
Angry.
They don't look on edge, as if like they got recently, like imagine if someone got recently attacked and was like, oh shoot, first thing I see, I'm shooting it on sight. They don't look like that. But they also don't look as if like they are touting, hey, everyone, join our civilization. Let's have some tea. They're not looking like that. They're more so
They're
just
not
scouts looking at the area and just seeing if they find anything of importance to, report back, right? They would seem, if anything, a little bit more alert rather than, peaceful or passive. But that's what I could probably give you with the 21.
Mm-hmm. Slower, and see if we can avoid that one.
Why don't you take the reins on this one? You seem to know more about hiding than I do.
He'll take the reins and kind of steer. But aside from that, there's nobody else that we see.
Not at the moment. Maybe on a 20. Yeah, on your 20, you'd probably see as there's another one, same sort of song and dance, flying about onto one of the robotic pteranodons. They seem to be kind of flying about over in. Hold on. Over in this area. Excuse me.
Zell will point that out. If there's two, one could be a passerby. Two, those are scouts.
Once we get closer, use whatever you have to pinpoint. We can go down. All right.
Sure.
All right. So, where are you guys headed before we go to the others? Or are you just waiting here?
We'll, for now, just kind of I think stick around the Leviathan head.
All right. You guys probably don't move your tokens past that area. We're gonna go to the others and see what they're doing. All right. Either Misery or Phoebe.
Well, I'm invisible, but it's mainly just to contribute to our stealth attempts, but I'm going to keep very close to Phoebe and Sirius because my combat style is intervention, protection, stuff like that. So wherever they go, I'm going to follow them.
No, Sirius and Nova aren't here.
They're just not here.
I just have their tokens on the map.
So we can see.
It's just me though.
It's it's just Phoebe.
It's just Phoebe.
In which case, Misery is gonna just out of nowhere whisper at Phoebe, say, "Phoebe."
Jesus.
What are you doing?
Thinking? Do you think there's people down there? Because that wasn't really clear to me.
Are you going to be, well, I'm going to start walking over in the direction of Zale and Navro. Yell out if you need some help.
Should I stay here? I thought I was coming with you. Wasn't that the idea?
You can't even see me.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's let them deal with whatever they want to deal with, and let's go in a completely different direction.
Okay. Which direction?
They seem to be taking the high road. We can maybe take the low road.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna just go down. Cool. Awesome.
You know, we have these fancy new cloaks. We can change that up at any point.
Yep. I gently float down with my cloak a little lower.
Easy enough. As you kind of place yourself down, floating yourself down to the ground, but not exactly touching it. Look over, and there's still the entire area for you to explore.
I mean, can I still do a quick check if there's like any people nearby or if there's any other people?
Yeah, as I was saying before, if anybody wanted to make that perception check from earlier, yeah, you could. But
Okay.
Phoebe, yeah, let's see if you see anything. No. You don't see them at the moment. More, you probably look over and you kind of see a couple of things that do draw your attention, but not things that aren't necessarily people. You look over and down, and what you would see is that there is a couple of strange weapons that are kind of off to the side over here. They seem larger than usual, but you being a smarter individual, just something. If there is anything that probably took this beast down however long ago, it was probably probably something useful like that. You're definitely not sure if it's magical, if it's just a basic ass weapon, but that's something to note.
Okay.
All right, well, while that sort of happened over there, Freeland, what are you doing?
I am flying a bit off to the west side of things to see if I see any people. Am I able to see that it's like marshlands and water, like generally where I'm at?
Yeah, looking over here, you don't really see anybody with your past perception.
I am going to continue due west since I feel that they may be on the more solid terrain over here, and then just go straight down, scanning left and right in this general area here and over here as I go.
All right, perception check from Creelan.
All right. These have been so bad.
13. So here's one thing that you guys, well, first things first, here's what you would see, and then another thing that you all would hear. The thing that you would see is similar to what I just mentioned and described with the likes of Phoebe, those sort of weapons off to the side. You'd see this one in particular over here, and another one from your elevated position over here, and a couple others sort of scattered about. Some of them are kind of lodged in the likes of the beast, but that's it. The last thing that you would sort of hear is you would hear a massive sort of roar that begins to shake you all to the likes of your core. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw for me. As it begins to scream out, it shakes a little bit of the ground for a second. Navro, you are fine, or easy as can be. Freeland, you've heard worse shit. It's fine. Natural 20, you guys are good. What about the other? What bit of you?
I'm gonna use my funny inspiration on that one.
Yo, how many inspirations you got, bro?
I've only one.
You
but
inspo stacking?
What? What? No.
Nah, he was trying to steal it from me, but I
Yeah.
gave it up. So
Yeah.
This is
And
my
he still
third.
has it.
This is my third natural 20 of the session. What the fuck is going on?
You want to be
I'm gonna,
good.
I'm gonna fucking
Oh,
die
damn.
next session. I'm gonna fucking die.
You
next
died last session. That's why you're doing good now.
Oh, man. So 6 and a 1. Zale, you are considered frightened for 1 minute of this noise. 25, you are good. And then I need one from Phoebe as well. Wisdom saving throw. You are next to misery, so you would get the +5. Or +4. How much? Yeah. Oh no, +5. Yeah. Pete got that Chris dice bot.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Can I get the link to that? No reason.
It's
Phoebe.
unknown.
What?
Need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, oops.
Not too terrible of a DC, but don't roll like Zale. Oh god.
Wow, thanks.
I'm not messing with you. Calm down.
Oh,
So-
so rude and hurtful.
So the 14 +5 and 19, that is enough. You guys are fine, but you hear the likes of this roar, and as it sort of is shaking a little bit of the area, you see as it begins to actually even shake and rattle a bit of the bones. It seems to be more of like be similar to that of like a dinosaur. Eventually, you'll see as Squawk and Finnegan begin to start writhing back. They start flapping their wings before you almost lose control of them for a moment. They start taking you actually backwards from where you were, as they are frightened as all hell for a moment. You see as they're looking over towards you and they're just shaking their head. No. None of that. But eventually, you can kind of calm them down, but they're just not necessarily squawking and screeching, but go ahead, Navro.
Looking at Finnegan and then looking back at Zale, we're going off there. If we're to distract these people and find one, we're getting off. Correct.
Sorry,
Nice.
I got distracted. ADHD. What did you say? I got a ping on Discord and it just fucking distracted me. Sammy. What was that?
I'll be sure to dangle
Fucking
keys next
Sammy.
time. Basically, hey, if Finnegan has the frightened condition from the Dungeon Master's Guide, then we should get off and just
Okay.
hover around ourselves if we have to make a distraction.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
with
he'll
that,
agree.
Navarro's gonna get off.
Zale will also get off. We gotta find the hostages, and then I'll make the distraction, and it'll go well.
Don't assume that. Assume nothing in Voden, please. And with that, Navarro's gonna just hover ominously through the fucking fog and filthy air.
Zale's gonna walk like a normal person.
Listen, it's all the magic he has right now. And as well, sticking to the shadows, and if I'd be able to make a stealth check. If it's
Sure
possible.
thing. Yep. And I was gonna be rolling this anyways. 10, 12. All right, go for it, Navarro.
And I'm gonna add funny little dice. 17.
All right, 17. You are good. Oh, thank God you had that dice. But as you begin to do so, you begin to cling to the shadows and more. You look over and about. You look up ahead, and or Zale, with your passive perception, you could also notice as there is a sword that seems to be lodged in the legs of this beast. Past that, though, you do notice as there's a couple of other individuals that seem to be on the likes of the area and more. They seem to be scouting about. Let me reveal these guys.
How many? Wow. Yeah. Oh, I really hope they want Tian to join their civilization.
Excuse me.
What?
Well,
Oh, God. He's gonna only communicate telepathically now to Navro. Do you see all of those people over there?
if he's pointing them out, then
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think they're friendly.
The more of them there are, the more they're guarding. might be
Yes.
what we're looking for.
Why don't we? We can go ahead and maybe hide in that mouth where the sword is.
And what are we waiting for? Go.
All right, you guys rush over ahead. As you do, Zell, make your stealth check, and then we're gonna come back to or towards you. We're gonna take a little quick detour and such.
Oh, that's good.
Ilva is serious. It's been a while since they've since you got here. Haven't contacted you. What y'all doing?
We're just kind of just like digging, you know. This...
Actually, as I'm badger moding, I am going to start. I'm going to keep the constant link between me and Karos to find his location.
Okay, finding the location. Gotcha. If you're doing that, then here's what you would see. You look over now. Granted, okay, I'm trying to remember how it sort of goes. So you would start from here. You'd shoot upwards on the sky, like a GPS thingy. Okay. As you would do so, you would kind of be located roughly over here, Sirius and Ilva, like right over here at the moment, underground. However, you kind of want it to be. Cool. But as your sight begins to take you, begins to shoot almost straight ahead, further and further down towards this location. But you see in the from the likes of Karos, make another perception check. You have advantage on this one because you're so close to them right now.
Bada bing, bada boom, oh, bam, boom.
It's time to get
Bibbidi bop. God damn it. There we go.
Oh,
22.
God,
Oh.
I thought that was the final result. It was 7.
You guys ready for something funny? And when I mean funny, I mean terrible.
No, I'm not.
Oh boy. Well, time to have one anyways.
Okay.
Look over, and with your 22 on your perception check, you would see as there are even more individuals than you had originally saw the first time you were here. It seems to be they've had plenty of time to prepare and do whatever they need. It seems to be that the individuals, they're all armed to the teeth with scimitars, short bows, crossbows, long swords, whatever they sort of need to continue on and defend themselves. The armor that they wield, nothing too crazy. It seems to be more so your leather armor, standard and such. But, oh boy, I've been waiting for this. You also look over, and you see as there are several other beasts, from pteranodons to even clawfoot raptors, similar to the likes of Sheila. And head of it all, oh, you see this. Move the thingy. You see this guy.
Oh boy.
Now, the reason why you didn't see it from earlier is because you'll look over, and I move this token so I can actually reveal it. You'll see as it's sort of coming out from underneath this, the bottom portions of this land. Now, Ilva and Sirius, you guys are technically closer to it, but you see as it begins to start emerging from the likes of this area and walking over with each sort of step. That sort of screen that you saw, that was the thing that basically had it wake up and then start moving around the area. However, you look over and it is not alone either. This is also the amount of people that you see.
Oh.
Oof. There we go.
Hey, the fuck is that?
Oh. Who's that man?
Oh, you're about to find out.
Do they have a phone number?
I don't want it.
Funny enough, they do.
That's concerning.
Make one final perception check, Sirius.
Wait.
24. As you're looking through the likes of Karos's eyes, see there is an individual, dark-skinned and more. They seem to have these, again, the golden horns about them. Some very much fancy robes, but you see as they kind of wait here, and they have their arms sort of crossed and tapping their foot in the likes of the sand, looking towards each and every single one of the individual hostages that are brought down onto one knee, screaming or trying to scream and try to yell as much as they can. However, their voices are muffled as they are bound. I'll see as he looks over, and as he does so, looks towards his hand, begins to sigh, and looks out towards the likes of Karos and more. In his hand, you see the likes of a red triangle.
Oh.
So he does have a phone, but not that type of phone.
I don't want his number. I'm blocking him now.
And there goes everybody's theories. Just chucking them all out.
I didn't have any theories.
No.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh,
I
no,
got
no.
no theories.
No. But you'll see as there's at most, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to. They probably wouldn't be really saying anything besides. I wonder what is taking them so long. Maybe if they continue on, maybe we could entice them a little bit more. You'll see as a couple of the one of the stranger individuals, what you can tell, a bandit of the sorts, it's ready to grab one of them and sort of starts taking this individual off to the side, beginning to hold them down to the ground, beginning to sort of toss their face into the dirt, holding up the likes of a scimitar. I have an idea. If she says that they are near, then let us get their attention. You'll see as they begin to look over, and as they will begin to use the likes of their beast speech. Actually, Sirius, you would be able to understand it, correct? Because Fearbald?
No.
No? Okay. It will begin to communicate with the likes of these T-Rex, and each and every one of you will hear that massive sort of roar and screech out again. Everybody, I need wisdom saving throws once more.
Do I have to make it if I'm already frightened?
Actually, hold on. Actually, I'm stupid. Ignore that. Zale has to make it again. Everybody else succeed. They are immune to it for 24 hours.
Nice.
Nope. Good thing that you guys succeeded, but Zale, you do need to make it once more.
I'm glad I brought it up. Oh, that's better. 17.
17. That is enough to succeed. You're fine. But, Sirius, this is what you relatively see the situation. You know their location. What are you doing, Sirius or Ilva?
I'm just on the mobile, just hanging out until we're ready to go.
And
Fair enough.
knowing the location of Kara's, I am going to start trying to go underground, avoiding any sort of like weak ceilings or any other terrain to start making my way towards under those hostages.
All right, make a stealth check for me, buddy. I'll give you advantage for this.
It's the same as well anyway. Oh wait, that's disadvantage.
Oh, but the other one's still not that good. That's a 3.
Take my inspiration.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I misclicked.
This is like the worst time to misclick.
11 one more time because it's advantage. 15. Okay. Oh, thank God. This is a different narrative now. All right. So you begin to start burrowing further and further and further. How close are you getting? Because you have like the general location. You have keen mind. You can kind of place yourself a little bit on kind of roughly where you want to be, but not too close to him.
To where Kara's is, I'm going to burrow 20 to 25 feet under them.
Okay, so
And
you're
I'm
trying
gonna
to head.
what? Yeah.
You're trying to head in that general direction. So you're moving and moving and moving.
Mhm.
All right. Nope. You're just moving straight ahead while that's sort of happening. All right. Look over towards. We're gonna look over towards Creelan. Then we're gonna head over towards Zale and Navro, and then Phoebe and Misery.
Being that I was able to spot some interesting weapons, I'm going to do. I forgot what bird it is exactly, but I'm just going to do a dive bomb and pick up the spear with my feet. And fly straight back up, turn over to the left, pick up that spear, kind of bundle them together real quick, lay them against the wall, turn around, and then kind of like spread my wings and in a somewhat stealthy manner, kind of cover myself next to the wall. And I'm going to attempt to use the crystal to talk to Ilva.
All right, as you begin to do so, Ilva, you feel on the sort of like directly onto your back a strange sort of feeling, but you're waiting for it. Feel as if something is trying to contact you. Looking at it, seems to be Creelan. See a visage of their face for a moment. It's Ashley, but you answer it.
I don't pick up. I'm just trying
Alright.
to go.
Left me on red.
The cell phone silences it.
Beep,
Alright.
beep, beep.
Now, as this is sort of happening, the TLDR is you guys are basically suspended in astral space. There is nothing around you except pretty much the stars themselves. I'm not going to throw you guys on another map, but what are you guys saying and doing?
I'm gonna just flap around just a little bit. This is not the space that I can control much in, but Ilva, we are still searching, but we believe they are further south. We have investigated so far from our current position down. It must be down that way.
Sirius is currently on his way south, so coincides with your where you mentioned that they would be. So, is the distraction ready?
I will turn around to look for Zale. Zale's not here. Zale had a plan, and I trust that it will be executed without issue.
You should tell her that we don't know where we couldn't see that.
Is everyone else ready?
They are moving, being that
You
we
don't
haven't
sound
found it
confident.
full. Well, my assurity is not at full yet. We haven't
Really,
laid
make
eyes
sure
on
that they're in position so we can get everyone out as fast as possible. This is in and out quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll
I leave it to you. Hang up. Oh shit!
You fucking hung up so that was powerful. That was fucking powerful.
That was a whole ass power word click.
Oh my god.
This doo-doo. Oh
That
my
was so
god.
perfectly timed.
Oh my
oh,
god.
man.
Jesus.
I
Alright.
even startled myself. Woo.
Alright, so
That's
Creedland, what
bad.
are you doing now that you heard that from Ilva?
I'm gonna snap back to reality. I'm gonna take
Whoops, there goes gravity.
a 3-second look at these spears that I picked up. Do they look cool or do they look
Do they
mundane?
Focus! Focus! Animus, he can't help it. Freeland
I'm
has
sorry.
ADHD.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. They look like they have runes on them, but yes, yeah, they look pretty cool.
Oh wait.
I
Bundle
examined
both of them
Zoya.
on my back as closely as I can with the trident. And then I'm going to fly up just a little bit just to try to see if I can see Zale. And if I can't, can I spot Zale from where I'm at?
Make a perception check. While you're doing that, hey, Sirius, the other thing that you begin to hear.
Oh no.
Alright.
I've seen this guy on Pinterest.
Good. Oscar, you said that they would be arriving very soon. I do not see exactly where they might be. Good. Permission to enact. Fine. Very well. But I suppose that they are sort of enacting the likes of what they need to. Good. Very well, they are all secured. Magnificent. What about the rock? Perfect. If this is the case, then it seems to be that at one point they will listen, whether they want to or not. Now, as mentioned before, I want this to be as peaceful as possible, but it doesn't have to be. But it also doesn't have to be, well, bloody. I suppose they will get the message. Is one final request, is the druid capable of, long-distance communication? Very well. Then we will have to wait then. I'll see you as I will continue off. I'm unsure what most of it means, but they're communicating apparently with some body or some woman.
I burrow.
Then you burn. Zale and Navra, what are you guys doing?
We don't see that, right? We don't see them. We don't see them.
You considering your elevated position, you see like all the people on this little platform over here. You're gonna need to get a little bit closer to see the lower stuff for sure.
Shall we move forward?
Yeah, we'll move forward.
All right, continue on. I'll let you know if any of them see you. But as you begin to kind of climb up to this sort of area, look over and you're kind of hiding about as you're on top of the basically the skull. At this point, Zale and Navro, you look down below and now you can see everything over here. From the armada of individuals to the dinosaur, the T-Rexes, the hostages down below. This situation is beyond fucked.
Telepathic message to Navro. I'm not going insane, right? But I you see that too, right?
They're not crazy. They can reason with. Think you should be using your distraction. So message them that they've been found.
Yeah, sure. Just keep an eye out, and I will tap the crystal to call, Discord call Ilva. Bedum.
All right, you call Ilva. What's going on? Only for a minute though.
Them. Okay. I'll make it quick. We found them. The situation's beyond fun. They have a T-Rex thingy, a lizard. I don't know. I don't actually know the word yet. They have a giant lizard.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Should I still do the distraction? There's
Absolutely.
way more than I thought there would be.
As long as everyone's in position, we should be okay. Like, this is in and out, so
Are they in position?
you tell me. We're underground.
We went on ahead because for the distraction, like we said.
Well, Krillin called me, and I told him to make sure everyone's in position. You to create the distraction, and then basically you guys are to support while we grab all the hostages, including Cross.
Mia and Navro are almost in position. We just wanted to let you know that we have eyes on them now.
I'll tap on Zill's chest, and if they've passed by a spinal cord, tell them it's about 90 meters, about 200 feet to the south.
Oh,
About 15 seconds. About 15 seconds left to yeah.
I'll say what Navro exactly just said to them about the meters and the 200 feet.
Okay, 200 feet.
Got it.
Got it.
Good luck.
Well, it's technically 185, but
Oh, okay.
But
All right. Well, that's sort of happening. Any sort of things that you guys are doing before we head over to Misery and Phoebe?
Guess we're planning our little fire show.
I'm gonna, because I didn't put them in the water like I promised when I got there. I'm gonna look in my bag of holding, and I'm gonna look at the 2 water weird crystals, and I'm gonna put my head in.
Oh my god, you fucking did it.
Never did.
You could have just done that at home.
Nope. I'm gonna look at them and if things go wrong, play along. All right. Play with my hand motion.
Bro, they're looking at you like, bro, you understand primordial, right? Or no?
No.
You hear, and it seems aggressive. Whoa.
Do you want to get to a water?
To a water.
They're fucking screaming at you, but you don't know what the fuck they're saying. Thank you, Anders.
Ungrateful. Yeah, close it up.
Ungrateful, you had him for like 30 sessions, dude.
Worst road trip ever.
How are they gonna get to another place? I don't know. Better late than never.
Man.
What the fuck is that?
Oh man. Alright, well while that's happening, Misery and Phoebe, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna do some sort of, well, I'm trying to, the Misery is trying to determine what is going on, what our role is, and I failed my insight check. So I have no frame of reference. I'm basically gonna look over at Phoebe and basically whisper again, Phoebe.
Yeah.
I think we need to figure out our own plan, because I don't think we're in the calculus right now.
Oh, we are. We just make sure to know where everyone is. If there's people around, I'm gonna go talk to Zale real quick, and then to them, because no one's been talking to me so far, and see what's going on.
While you're doing that, hey Phoebe, make a wisdom saving throw and subtract 10 from the roll.
What? Scry moment.
No, the fuck you wouldn't.
That's what
I think you just did. I
Bitch.
I want to know what the -10 came from. I think is that each like a spite point?
That's a personal. That's
Does he have
a
my hair?
relationship.
Oof.
That's an intimate relationship right there.
Wisdom, you said?
Yep, wisdom.
Oh.
Damn, that's a.
This 10 is something fierce.
What?
Oh fuck.
Alright.
Yeah, it docks the hell out of you.
Fair enough.
IP address known.
Continue on.
Do I know that just happened? Or...
Nope, not at all.
Awesome.
Wanna call me on Discord now, bestie?
Alright, do the thing. Do the thing.
Come on, Raven, call.
And this is why I take your character sheets to roll out of the game. Now I can do it in game.
Stupid crystal. Doo-doo.
What's up? Yeah, hi.
What the fuck's going on? No one's
Shit's
telling me
fucked.
anything.
Shit's fucked.
What are you
There
on
are
about?
so many people. There's like way more than I thought there would be. They have a giant lizard thing that's roaring really loudly. There's a horn person. And they have a lot of hostages, more than I thought. They have things like Sheila as well. It's fucked. But
Nah,
we're
bro, you
doing
hear a whistle.
Just me?
Yep, because Zale's incapacitated right now.
I'm in Discord right now.
Cool and epic. Oh, okay. Are there people looking at me right now?
They ain't looking. They're flying
Towards us.
towards you.
I thought I just
Actually.
Oh.
It would be towards in this general area, kind of headed towards where Phoebe and them are.
So not directly at us.
I look to. Zale can still hear me, correct?
Yeah. If you like sort of shake him, try to like get a hold of his consciousness for a second, yeah, they can hear you.
just kind of like smack his shoulder for a second. There's people coming for them right now.
Phoebe, people are coming for you right now. You just run.
Fuck. Shit.
Freeland, you begin to look over and you see as there's individuals beginning to flap the Pteranodon wings and they're heading towards the likes of Phoebe and such.
Oh god. Is it distraction time?
You look over and you see as there are multiple individuals on your route. The helicopter spotlights are on you. First things first, stealth check from Phoebe and Misery. Misery, you have advantage because you are invisible and they can't really track you through sight. So, you know, it's kind of like almost impossible to see you right now, Misery.
Sensei, when can I do my distraction?
Whatever you fucking want to do it, brother.
I want to do it right now. I want to do it right now. Right now.
14 for your stealth check. Good to go. 7 with your stealth check. Oh, that is not good.
I use my inspiration for this. I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
Oh, distraction. Sensei,
probably...
distraction. Don't stop moving us. Distraction. Stop moving them.
I got you. All right, Phoebe, using your inspo.
Yeah, sure.
As you do, roll again. Oh no!
It's okay.
Distraction. Right at this time to go.
And you're casting you're summoning the chasm, right?
Yes, I will.
All right, where are you summoning it?
Okay, 60 feet. Let's go, boys and girls, and nominated pals. Whoa.
Oh man.
Perfect.
Right over here.
No, bud boy, do me justice, please. I've been hyping you up for so long.
What does this thing look like as you just summon a fucking chasm in behind these guys?
Oh yeah. Also, Ilva and Sirius wouldn't be affected because they're underground and they literally can't hear it. It would be impossible for them to hear that. Mm-hmm. So as
well, no, Sensei, actually, tell us what the acoustics of the sand are. I'm curious to know.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, they kind of go do do do. Yeah, that's how that works, right? That's what acoustics mean. Fucking no, man.
So as Zale's eye just starts to glow, Navril will see a bit of blood just dropping from Zale's hand, and he will make a little circle around Navril. It's like, just stay in here in case things fuck up. And all of a sudden, just a demonic portal, the same like symbol from his eye, just starts to glow and appear behind these two, and all of a sudden, just a giant thing just pierces out. Two grotesque insectoid hands just tear, and it shows its face, and it starts to just start droning incredibly loudly, and looking at the two.
As it begins to do so. Oh boy. Make sure.
And also, I did put the blood circle around Navro, so he would be protected against it if it were to try and attack him.
They're gonna make their Constitution saving throws first. We're gonna need to make a couple because we gotta make it for the Pteranodons. So, this is for the birds. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good at all. Oh no!
Get grounded.
Bandit's turn. This is big. Ooh!
You're trash!
Oh! Get fucked!
Dude.
I can imagine like the Pteranodons just nosedive and then the two bandits just ragdoll off the Pteranodons.
It's like they've disconnected as like two entities, like in a game. Like the models of magic.
All you hear is the sound when you unplug a USB cord. Doo-doo.
The sound of Windows shutting down.
So, I have good news and I have bad news. So, the good news is they fall unconscious for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, I have even better news. They fall unconscious forever. The bad news is, a loud crash begins to strike into the ground.
Distraction.
You said that was. Where's the bad news?
Yeah. Where's the bad news?
You see,
Please
as
tell me
they
they don't
fall,
explode.
they tumble.
They explode.
Explode. They're fucking Nazgul specialty robots. This is Horizon
Bro.
Zero Dawn.
Bro, like, how far were they in the air?
50 feet.
Okay, I thought
Oh,
they were
damn.
like 20 feet down. My bad.
No. These guys were flying hot pursuit over towards Phoebe. So,
Anyways,
Their
my
souls have been
distraction,
released to
it's
save them.
working.
No.
It's work. I hear no bad news
now,
right now.
as the explosion begins to emanate, hey, what the fuck was that?
Great. It's going all according to plan.
I'm gonna like
It's not going all according to plan.
I'm gonna tap Zay on the shoulder and just rush the thing towards them.
Yeah, in this actually in this moment, where are me and Nova?
You are.
Because we were
I would
burned
say-
this entire time.
Yeah, you were burrowing the entire time. Okay, and you got like, yeah, I'd probably say you're pretty good. You're pretty much up there. Yeah, I'd say you're pretty much there. You're like right over here right now. You can feel the likes of the T-Rex getting ready to stomp onto or almost on top of you as you hear it begins to roar extremely loud. It pierces the likes of your ears for a moment. I need Ilva and I need Sirius to make wisdom saving throws for me. Everybody else is fine, because you already succeeded, but I need you two though. Sirius, you're fine. I'm debating whether I give Ilva disadvantage or advantage, because the last time she saw a fucking T-Rex. I'm kidding.
I mean, that's fair. I was there.
The traumatic
That's
disadvantage.
what the roll says.
If you really want to, I'll leave it up to you, but you can just roll straight. 18, all right, you're fine. But you do get to like a little flashback for a second as you hear
Jungles.
Jungle.
But as this is sort of going down, you'll see as each and every one of the, Navro more, Zale, you two would also see as each of the individuals begin to start gathering forth. As they begin to do so, you'll see as a couple of the individuals begin to rush over towards the likes of the hostages for a second. You'll see as they begin to start shouting out a couple of things that you're not able to necessarily hear because you're not close enough. But you got their attention, all right. Phoebe and Misery, you can go wherever you want.
You know, I see this as an absolute win.
All right, so Phoebe and Misery.
Mm-hmm. Where you guys going? You guys just sitting, you chilling?
Nope. I'm definitely running
You
for
got a
cover.
bird. You got a bird.
Yeah, you got bird.
Yeah, you got
Bird
bird.
Oh, my bird's right behind me. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
you
hop
got
on
bird. All right, hop on bird. Where you going with bird?
Me and Bird are going towards kind of the middle, like.
Middle.
Take off with you.
I'm also gonna go on bird.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where she is. I'm just assuming at this point.
You feel invisible hands.
And I relay
God.
everything that Phil told me.
Let's fly the fuck out of here.
All right. As you do, just please place your tokens where you wish, and then after this, we're about to go into the funny.
All right. Actually, yeah.
So-
While they were kind of having to happen, are we still like close, very close to where we are now?
All
in
right.
the time?
Yes. Last with things, and then this is gonna happen. Because I said that they were hinting that they were about to set this up. So go ahead, Sirius and Ova. What are you guys doing?
With this, damn. Wait. I need to check something real quick. I just realized something. Oh. My spell list.
I'm just kicking on the butt. Just
Okay. In the meantime,
Go ahead.
okay, in the meantime, I'm going to go under a little more of that T-Rex, give
Okay.
it some girth, and I'm gonna go right to where the hostages are, and in that area where I'm feeling where Karas is and the location that I saw him with my keen mind, I'm going to make what is going to be the closest thing to a pitfall under the sand as I can, as I'm going to make a diameter like around
We're not bringing in diameters, are we?
like that much. I'm gonna make a pitfall area.
Pitfall of the area. Gotcha. Well,
By like just going around in circles and just kind of like making it unstable to like moments where like probably like kick a pebble or something, it'll fall completely.
I didn't know we were
Okay.
playing Animal Crossing.
You might want to put it up one tile because you're missing 2 hostages.
How is that
Potentially.
not hitting them?
Last
They're
sort of
literally on the
thing.
corner.
All right. Last sort of thing. Sirius, make a stealth check for me, and that is it before this thing goes on. So as you start rushing over, you're digging and digging, trying to go into the likes of a circle, try to make a little bit of a sinkhole and more. A 5.
Take my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it if you want to use it.
Okay.
You got this. Wow.
You'll see as now this is more so me sort of maybe you guys don't necessarily hear it or see it, but more of like a cinematic sort of thing. You look over at this individual for this scene, and they'll begin to feel a bit of rumbling. It seems to be that got their attention, but just to make sure that they got the point. Activate it. This could have been so simple. You all look over. Hey, remember this thing? Remember this guy?
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ah.
Navro, Zale. You look over.
Hi. I'm
Something's
loving
rumbling.
life right now.
Something's rumbling beneath you.
Hey, Nava, was the floor always rumbling?
And then you start getting lifted.
Hey, Navro, did everything all of a sudden get higher?
You
I'm
look
gonna
down,
start
Zale, and you see an
flying up a
eye
little.
beginning to form over, and it just shines directly at you.
Oh, hello there.
You see this.
Navro. Navro is alive. Oh. The map changed. Hi. I can't see anything.
Yeah, same.
I gotcha. You're gonna wish you didn't see anything in a minute. You're
I
gonna
don't
wish
know.
you didn't.
Sensei, you know what I like. I might like this.
I saw that.
Oh.
Rightfully spooky.
Holy shit, it's like the blood moon from Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry, ignore me.
You look over, and you see as the beast begins to slowly awaken. It looks over towards you, and as you're lifted up, you see you all hear a voice begin to emanate. The thaumaturgy. We know that you are here. Please refrain from any more hostile actions.
About that.
And if you refuse, then I cannot apologize what will happen either here to the people beside me or even the people at your base. And as the camera begins to zoom out, I will show you a map, my friends.
Oh boy.
Ah, boy. And I will explain all of this over here. Next session on Secrets in the Sands.
Still a 99.
You look over at it, if you're looking at my screen, you'll see what's happening.
Jesus.
Oh god.
And that's where we're going to end today's session. I will explain all of it. I will explain the context of everything, what everything looks like, how all this happened, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry, I got you next week. We didn't get to the point where I could be able to explain it this week. Perfectly fine. Don't worry, I got you.
Hey, our new place looks really cool though. Thanks.
Oh, boy.
I'm glad I could see it through the tears and the pain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
agony.
Anna's saying they overtook Ingot. Oh, yeah, they did a funny thing for Ingot. Oh, and
I
also
can
that was
see-
the reason why
yeah.
Fabio's thingy was or changed and altered. I remember why. Yeah, because I set it up for that thing. Oh boy. So, oh gosh, this is gonna be spooky. All right, my friends. That's all I will say is. Oh no, I'll probably just save that actually for next time and all that. I'll just make it easier. But as I'm going to basically go break down stream and all that sort of stuff. I'll be right back and more. All right, here we go. Here we make fucking go. It's time. It's time. I've been waiting for this session for about, I think, 10 or 8 weeks now. And here we are. All I can say is out of game for more so you guys so you don't leave it on hanging. I hinted towards it with the bandits outside of Odin Fables. I hinted towards it with the sus-ass lizards. I hinted towards it with some individual NPCs not being there and more. And all will be revealed next week. So you think this shit is crazy right now? Oh, wait till you see what's in store when I start explaining shit. Things are about to have you shooketh. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I'll thank you guys again for watching. Be sure to like the video over on YouTube and more. You guys are in for a treat. Oh, boy. Next week, a Soulbound is going to look crazy. Oh, my God. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all. I'm going to try to raid into somebody if I can. Goodness gracious. Let me see if I can raid into somebody. I'm gonna try to throw on the starting soon screen in the meantime. But bye guys, have a good one.